time. All right, there we go. So now it's green. That was strange. If anything, let me do a quick audio test. Where did my headphones go? Not those. The other ones. You see, there they are. I don't know. They blended in with the bag. Let's just do some monitoring real quick. See how this sounds. All right. Let's just do some monitoring. Okay, test. How this sounds. All right. Let's just that echo, that delay right there. Test. All right, there we go. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop killing y'all's ears with that mean echo. But yeah, let's get this chat popped out. All right. I'm gonna leave this right here. And, that one's open too. Oh no! And now it's closed, so there should not be any more echo drama. Okay. Oh God, what's that? Oh, that's where the chat should be, but I don't think we're really going to have to worry about that for now, since YouTube has that whole it's like that DVR feature for comments where you could see all the comments as they were coming in real time, like when the stream was up. So yeah, it is 8:43 p.m. over here on the East Coast of the United States of America. And this is, for those who have ever not attended to a stream, that grammar sounds terrible, but hey, it's what happens when you're in quarantine lockdown. This is Ask Neo. It's essentially my live streaming series, if you will. I haven't done it in a long ass time, where it's just chill, free form, free flow, as I've been patented to say, where y'all ask me questions. I do my best to answer it in a timely fashion, and we just keep it moving. Good vibes all around. Not really going to be doing any gaming tonight per se, considering I just wanted this to be like an informal stream where we all just talk, catch up, you know, the usual. We got a couple of people in the comment sections right here. Oh, speaking of things, I should probably, hold on. Let me get my telefono so I can tweet this out that we're going live. Well, we already are live, so let's just get this popping. Excuse me 1 second, y'all. If I was like one of those professional streamers, I would have it like automatically set on Twitter, like I'd schedule the tweet. Let me just get this going. Currently doing a live Q&A on the YouTubes. Where else do I gotta share this? Gotta share it to Facebook. All right, so that's basically it. I'm very, very low maintenance when it comes to doing these sort of shticks. I know a lot of people are very much so like, oh, I gotta make sure everything's perfect with the thumbnail and just the wording and all that. I just, nah, man. I've been in the YouTube game for too long to worry about all that minuscule stuff. You know, the people that watch me, they watch me, and that's it. You know, I ain't trying to attract all these, like, let me be nice tonight. Let's just go through some of the comments here. We got Pokemon Explain. Yeah, Pokemon Explain. Explain to us what happened with that last game. Game Freak, their whole budget was $1.75 to make that. But, you know, they made a killing off of it. Ain't that for sure. What's up? What is up, people in the chat? Shout out to y'all. What's going on? See a lot of regulars, a lot of new folks. If you this is your first ever stream, comment down below. Let's see. So Pokemon Explained asked my thoughts on Birds of Prey. Well, I haven't seen the movie. In fact, I don't think a lot of people have seen the movie. And no, that's not because of the pandemic. It just didn't look too entertaining. I mean, if I'm gonna be analytical. Oh, by the way, how's the audio sounding, y'all? Shout out to Dengray Kai 211 with the $2 Canadian super chat. Been watching your videos since 2008, 12 years. Yo, shout out to you, man. Well, first thank you for the super chats. I actually, like I said, I don't really do this whole thing much. I just enabled super chats today. When people have been asking me to do it for years, but I'm just like, So I was like, you know what, fine, let's see what happens. So shout out to you, bro. We got an OG vet in the room. I mean, a lot of y'all here are probably OGs, but 2008, that's going back baby Neo. That's like Neo before all of this, before all this facial hair, bro. Like, can y'all see this shit? Like, when have I ever been on camera with this much facial hair? It's so weird. But I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I do like having all this facial hair, because normally I just do like the mustache, I do like the goatee and all that, but all this stuff on the shot, I know to a lot of the people in the room, like, I had a full beard when I was 12. For me, this is just, it feels so weird and foreign, because I'm not saying my job requires that I be like somewhat shaven, but for appearance wise, I do like to keep it somewhat shaved. But yeah, Dengray Kai 211, man, thank you for the super chat, bro. I appreciate it. Let's go down. Oh, shout out to everybody in the chat. Damn, too many people to say hello to at once. But yeah, I'm gonna go back and answer some questions. So, thoughts on Birds of Prey? I haven't seen the movie yet. If I want to be really analytical with my thought process, it just looks like a relic of a different era of DC movies. It looked too similar to Suicide Squad. To me, it just didn't look that appealing whatsoever. Like, the Harley Quinn character, while she was one of the better ones in Suicide Squad, I personally didn't think she really, like, they didn't give her enough to carry her own movie, if you will. And just judging based off what I've seen, it looks whatever. I mean, I've liked a lot of the recent DC movies, like Shazam, in my personal opinion, was amazing. Aquaman was alright. Joker was cool. But Birds of Prey just looked like a movie that nobody wanted to see, and nobody did. Yeah, shout out to people in the chat. What's up? Tell us what's up with the Xbox One X. Well, Gardner, if you follow me on Twitter, you would know the answer to that. But I'm actually going to be making a video later on down the road, like in about a week or so, why I bought the Xbox One X. Oh, by the way, I bought an Xbox One X. It's over there, hooked up to my TV, if y'all haven't seen the recent video. Let's see. Huey Freeman, hope you're doing well. Been sub since the old school Ninja Storm days. Hey, there we go, man. Another OG in the house. What's up? Mystic Colors, how you holding up with this whole virus? Well, I'm doing well. I guess this will be the first. I mean, this is, I think, the first live stream we've done since the pandemic broke out. I've been doing very, very well, y'all. Thank you for asking. I've been okay. My entire family has been okay. We've been doing our best to stay safe, to stay sane and clean and all that. Practice social distancing whatsoever. It's been all right over here. I mean, we'll probably touch more on this later on. I don't want to down the stream too much with the real personal stuff that has affected me because of this. We'll talk more about that later. But me, my family, everyone I love, everyone is okay. And that's all that matters. And I hope all y'all are doing okay. I know I have a lot of subscribers who are, first responders, who work in the medical field, who even people who aren't like billed as essential workers who are still going out there and working. Shout out to y'all. I mean, it's tough to deal with all the stuff that's happening right now, but we're gonna get through it as we get through everything. All right. Kevin wants to know, are you gonna shave? Well, to be honest, bro, until all this is situated, I'm really not gonna shave until the barber opens back up. I'm using this as an opportunity to really grow my hair out, because I normally don't get that opportunity, mainly because I like to be clean shaven and all that stuff. So I'm just going to use this as an opportunity to grow my beard. Oh, we got a couple super chats I got to get to. Let me just touch on those first. Scroll down. Okay. So CPK33 with the $5 super chat donation. Shout out to you, bro. How's that backlog looking? Well, if I'm being real about life for a second, the backlog is looking okay. It's looking all right. There are a couple of games that I have on my list that I'm still working to finishing, but they are long-ass Japanese RPGs, and you know how that goes. Every time you beat that game, you gotta take a break. You gotta give yourself a palate cleanser. And for me, my palate cleansers are not playing video games at all. So I beat the Final Fantasy VII Remake, and then after that, I was going through Trails of Cold Steel, and I put like 20 hours in just a short amount of time. And to me, that was just too much overload right after playing Final Fantasy VII Remake damn near daily. Like, I put like 40 hours into that game, and then to jump to Trails of Steel like that, it was a lot. It overwhelmed my senses, and I had to take a break for gaming for like a week and a half. But I'm getting back into it now, And going through right now, what am I doing? I'm playing, in addition to all the Xbox Game Pass games, which I don't count as part of my backlog because I don't own them. I'm going through Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy on the Nintendo Switch. It's very a low-key type of game. But again, we'll talk more about the backlog woes later on. But thank you for the donation, CPK. Appreciate that, brother. And we have RJ coming in with the $10 super chat. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. You're currently leading the stream. Been following for a while. One of the best underrated channels on the tube. Have you played Trails of Cold Steel? We were just talking about that. If so, what do you think overall? Okay, so talking about Trails of Cold Steel, as you can tell, I did start playing it. The Trails of Cold Steel, well, just in general, Legend of Heroes has been a series that I've always heard good things about in the past. My first encounter with it, if you will, came back in 2010 when I was watching videos online of great RPGs to play. Like, after I played Final Fantasy 13, I was kind of in a rut of JRPGs because I wanted something that was really good, but I wasn't finding any of that in the console side of things. You know what I'm saying? So, for me, finding good quality JRPGs, I really had to look around in some forum posts and stuff because they weren't as advertised as they are nowadays. Like, we didn't really have... Twitter wasn't bumping like that. YouTube wasn't really big where we had a lot of channels that are dedicated to highlighting those things. So there was one game that a lot of people were talking about. You know, it was coming out on the PSP. It's called Trails of Cold... not Trails of Cold Steel. Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. And it was on the PSP, and I looked at it, and I was just like, yo, I mean, I could play this because Birth by Sleep is coming out soon. I'm going to really get back to my PSP grind. But for whatever reason, I didn't. It's still in my Amazon.com, not the shopping cart, but the wish list. And it's been there for almost 10 years. And I think a few weeks back when I bought Trails of Cold Steel, I finally took it out of there because it was out of stock for years. But I heard a lot of great things about Trails of Cold Steel. And right now, JRPGs, I wouldn't say they're in a real renaissance, but the ease of access to getting a lot of those smaller titles, now it's more better than any. Or more better time, I should say. Again, amazing grammar. That's why y'all subscribe to me. So I heard a lot of good things about it, but I never really could take the plunge in buying it because, as you guys know, for the past year or so, I haven't really been gaming too much on the PlayStation 4, mainly because the way my life was set up, my schedule, I was really out of the house a lot, and all of my gaming was done on the Nintendo Switch. So if a game really didn't come out on Switch, and it wasn't something I am in a rush to play, I didn't play it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are exceptions like Persona, Spider-Man, things like that, but most of the time, like, my gaming, I mean, y'all know this. Like, this right here, don't fall. This is my physical collection for the Nintendo Switch. And mind you, these aren't even all the games that I have physically. I have a couple here, a couple of my siblings are borrowing, and I have a lot of digital games. Like, when I said I play the Switch as my primary platform, I wasn't joking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really was about that life. But with the pandemic happening, you know, I wasn't going out of the house as much. So I was like, you know what? Let me just play my PlayStation 4. And guess what went on sale? Boom, Trails of Cold Steel. So they were on sale for like $20 a pop. I bought both of them. And playing through them, actually, I have a whole first impressions video coming out because I know a lot of people were the same like me. They were on the fence. So I'll leave it at that. But I will say this much. If you're someone who loves the simulation type of RPG, playing in a school setting and just a really, really in-depth story and just like a grand tale that's spread across like multiple games, Trails of Cold Steel, in general, the Legend of Heroes series might be for you, but that's all I'm going to say for now without spoiling. But thank you for the $10 donation, man. I really appreciate it. Scroll back to the next super chat, and then we'll go back to the regular. Where is it? Brian with the $10 super chat. Been watching you since NGS Vlog 52. Damn, oddly specific. Wait, you know what? I'm actually going to look up which one was Vlog 52. Hold on. NGS Vlog 52. Let's see. That was Naruto Shippuden Clash of Ninja Revolution 3 probably early release at GameStop or something. I think that's what it is. It's still loading right now. Oh my god, y'all are just like, okay, for reference, this here it is, early release right here. So I'm gonna put it up to the screen. That is Baby Neo, y'all. Late 2009 Baby Neo. Look at him with those glasses, Short hair, no facial hair. Look at that. And then compare it to this ugly motherfucker right here. But that was me. Oh my God. 10.5 years ago? 10.5 years, y'all. It's crazy. So shout out to you, Brian. Thank you for all the years of awesome content. Your videos are what got me into the Persona series. And you, Hawkshaw, keep up the good work, man. Yo, you got good taste right there, bro. Well, I'm happy I could help you out and get to awesome series, bro. We got Karen Gardner with the $2.99 super chat. Not on Twitter, so what's up with that X? Okay. You know what? I was going to wait for the video, but I'll tell the story just for you. All right. So, the reason why I bought an Xbox One X, because I know a lot of y'all have been wondering, like, Neo, why would you go ahead and buy an Xbox One X? Number one, you say it has no games you want. And number two, the Xbox Series X is coming out at the end of the year. Why would you buy it? All right. I had no intents of purchasing an Xbox One. Like, period, point blank. If anything, if I was going to want to play Xbox games, I'd upgrade my PC. But I got a notification on Twitter that Microsoft was selling the Xbox One for $299. And every now and then I'm curious to see what Microsoft has on their website, because sometimes they have promotions that they don't sell at like stores. And I saw that they had this program called Xbox All Access. I'm like, Xbox All Access, what's that? So Xbox All Access is essentially, you know how you have a phone provider, whether it's AT&T, T-Mobile, Sprint, where you can go and finance a phone? Essentially, Microsoft has that program for Xbox, which was very strange because I thought that they did that with the 360 and then they stopped it then and there. Because later on in the 360's life, they were talking about doing some type of a contract, if you will, for Xbox. But I guess they stopped and then they started doing it again. Either way, basically how it's set up is essentially this, right? So you get locked into a 2-year contract, right? Where you pick out an Xbox, you get 2 years of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which is the gold subscription, in addition to Game Pass itself. You get the console, and you pay a monthly fee for the duration of the 2 years. But the cool thing about this program is that there's no interest, and you don't pay anything up front. But it doesn't stop there, y'all. If you want to, you can upgrade to the Xbox Series X after like a 1.5 years worth of payments. And once you do that, you ship back the old system that you had. You get the new Xbox One X for, I think it was anywhere from, I think, $50 to $100, something like that. They haven't ironed out the price yet, so they didn't say. And then you go and you pay monthly payments from there. The monthly payments probably will go up like to $35, something like that. But it's an interesting way of selling a game console, because for a lot of people, they don't really want to pay up front all that money, but doing it in a monthly subscription plan with no interest, I was like, okay, yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it worked out really well, because all I got to do is pay $25 a month. And if I want to get the Series X, let's say early, I just pay the remainder of the amount that I'm required, and I can get the Series X and do it bi-monthly again. That right there is a crazy incentive. Now, obviously, the barrier for entry for this is not available to everybody in the public, because you need to have credit established. And if you're someone who does not have credit established, or you don't have any good credit, then you can't do this. So, you know, that's something. Hold on. My stream was kind of lagging for a second. Okay, it's fixed. I don't know why. Hold on. Let me just do something. Yeah, I'm on my old computer right now, and like I said, this is the one I haven't upgraded in a while. So it's saying something like high CPU usage, but my CPU, I don't know. But yeah, so for me, it was really interesting, because I've never seen a console manufacturer really do something like that. Now, I know a lot of people are like, well, I'd rather just buy the Xbox One X right out and not have to worry about any monthly payments. But for me, it made a lot of sense, because you get the 2 years of Game Pass and Gold already. Like, that's already included. And the option to upgrade to the new console within a 1.5 years is great. So for me, it made a lot of sense financially. And, you know, with Xbox, with the exception of certain multiplats, everything is on Game Pass that you'd want to play at some point. But yeah, that's the reason why I have a more in-depth video coming later. All right, so I think that is all the super chats for now. Oh no, we have one more super chat, and then we go back to the regular questions, y'all. We got a $5 super chat from the King. Hey bro, been a sub since the good old Naruto Storm days. What are your thoughts on Boruto? Also, take care. Well, thank you for the $5 super chat, man. I really do appreciate it. And like I said, guys, just because I enabled the super chat, that doesn't mean that you should feel obligated to donate. I just enabled it because some people always ask for donations. But if you feel like it, go right ahead. I'm still going to answer everybody's questions. It's not going to be a big deal. But if you want to make sure your donation, I guess, counts, because YouTube does take a chunk of super chat. I do have my PayPal link down below in the video description. That's the easiest way if you do want to send money. And if you do donate during PayPal during the stream, definitely let me know so I can check that. What's this right here? We got another one. Yo, what the hell? Oh shit, my homie Grant with the $50 super chat. Shout out to Purified Storm. Damn. Yo, guys, well, first off, thank you. Like, what the hell? Thank you. Oh shoot. So Grant's question. Wait, hold on. We got to answer the first question. I'm getting ahead of myself. All right. So King asked, what are your thoughts on Boruto? Okay. So Boruto, for those of y'all who are unaware, who just don't keep up with anime, is the sequel series to Naruto. It stars Naruto's son, and it's basically about a new generation of ninja and all the antics that they get into. From what I've seen of Boruto, which is like the first, what did I give it, like 50 or so episodes, it just wasn't my cup of tea. Like, I'm really trying hard to get it's to me, none of the characters are very interesting to the point where I just really care about what they're doing. And that's really huge and crucial for me in an anime, because I want to get attached to characters. I'm not saying these characters have to be 100% relatable or I really enjoy them, but I just don't like any of the characters and how they're written in the anime. I've heard different things about the manga, so maybe that's a different experience. But for me, the characters and the antics that they get involved with, I just don't have as much investment in as opposed to Naruto in its first 50 episodes. Like, so much happened in the first 50 episodes of Naruto by comparison. So those are just my honest thoughts about watching the first 50, and I had to slog through those 50 episodes. Okay, so going to Purified Storm's question. You know, you've been my homie for over 10 years. Damn, everybody who be donating got history and time, man. Shout out to y'all. You've been my homie for over 10 years. Do you think Phil saved Xbox? I'm starting to slowly see 360 owners who switched to PS4 in 2013, returning to Xbox for the Series X exclusive. Quality is to be determined. The narrative didn't happen in 2013. Well, to be honest, bro, I don't know if he's really saved Xbox. He's made Xbox a hell of a lot more enticing by comparison to the original launch system. But as a whole, I don't think he's really done much to grow the Xbox brand, because if you look at its sales, Xbox has been really stagnant over the past couple of years. And in the past couple of years is arguably when Phil Spencer has made his most improvements, like Xbox Game Pass, all the exclusives going to PC, backwards compatibility for 360 and original Xbox, like all these updates to the dashboard and everything. You know, he's done a lot to better the brand. Mind you, it is because the brands went into the shitter with the original Xbox One. So some of it is damage control, some of it is playing catch up. But I don't think he's really saved Xbox per se, because Xbox has not made a dent this generation to get a lot of people to go over to the system. Most of the people who are playing Xbox now that I know are people who have been gaming with Xbox for multiple years. I don't know anyone who's just like, yeah, I went from PS3 to Xbox One. You get what I'm saying? Most people I know have been either playing Xbox for so many years, or they have it because their friends have it. So I think it does honestly come down to the exclusives, and Xbox has not really put out any games this generation that have like lit the world on fire. I mean, they've put out some good games, but no games that really have like a long lasting impression on people. Like, damn, that game right there. Like God of War, Spider-Man, Zelda Breath of the Wild, those kind of games are in the public consciousness, in the ecosystem. Everyone's talking about them. And this is not a popularity contest, a dick measuring contest. Like Breath of the Wild alone, like Zelda was not as big a series as a lot of people think it was before Breath of the Wild. But Breath of the Wild came out, you had millions of people playing it. Like that game is the highest selling Zelda entry by a wide margin. And that's because of like the ingenuity that went into creating that game. Same for reinventing God of War, and same for all these other things. Xbox just, they give you the games you've been playing for 10 years. Like Forza Horizon, I've heard amazing things. I'm going to play it on Game Pass. I've heard amazing things about Gears, but they're still just the same games. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's that next leap forward for these franchises? Where's that, you know, new IP that really sets the world on fire, like Horizon? where are those games? Xbox doesn't have that. I mean, like I said, I have an Xbox One X now. So depending on what they do with the Series X games, like their exclusives or whatever, I'll be more inclined to see. Either way, I'm part of the Xbox ecosystem again because I am locked into this contract. So I'll make that judgment as far as recommending it to people. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, with the Xbox One X, I can really only recommend it to people who want to get games for the cheap, because Xbox games are cheap, or they want to just play all their console games at the best possible settings. Like, that's the only reason why I can recommend an Xbox right now. I can't really recommend it for the exclusives, because even some of the, like I said, the newer versions of those older games are not anything that I'd be like, yo, you got to get that game that's hot. But we'll see what happens in the future. Mario C with the $5 super chat. I have all 3 systems, but the Xbox One X is my fave. Glad you're showing love to Microsoft. Hey, man, like I said, I'm always an open book when it comes to these sort of things. If they're willing to do stuff that I find interesting, I will give credit where credit is due. And I think that's a fair assessment. Just like how I rag on Nintendo for their paltry online interface, and I rag on Sony for, like how long they took to not do crossplay and just a couple other things that they did. It just is what it is as a gamer, especially if you've been gaming and you've been in the gaming community as long as I have. This whole fanboy shit, it's funny to make memes and jokes, but it's not like really, you shouldn't take all this to heart. But yeah, okay, so those are all the super chats. Let's get back to the questions, y'all. All right, shout out to everyone who's been joining the chat. Shout out to y'all. Let's see. Can't believe you made it to the stream. That's what's up, randomness. That's what's up. Yeah. If anything, let me know if you guys want me to do some type of weekly stream, because with this whole quarantine, I do have a lot more free time. So if we can work out like a weekly schedule, I think that'd be great. Nervash type 1. How do you feel about Trump? Well, normally I wouldn't talk politics on my feed, but I might as well just say some stuff. I'm not the biggest fan of Donald Trump as far as his personal politics are concerned. I am by no means a liberal Democrat. I am not a socialist. I'm not any of that. To me, if I had to find where I line up on the particular spectrum, and I know I'm going to lose subscribers for this, I do lean more towards the conservative side of things when it comes to, just individual responsibilities, personal freedoms, things like that. But at the same time, I'm not such a zealot where I'm just like, the government is infringing our rights with this virus and blah, 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 blah. Like, no, like for me, where I line up is I'm kind of like in the middle of things. Like I have a lot of viewpoints that are more conservative, especially when it comes to business and certain things. But at the same time, I have a lot of viewpoints that might be deemed a little too liberal. You know what I'm saying? But that's just where I subscribe to. I don't like to put myself in a particular box, because the second you put yourself in a box, people think that's exactly what you are and what you should do. Especially the fact that I'm black. A lot of people are like, no, you need to be a left-leaning Democrat. And I'm just like, why? The Democrats haven't done shit for me. Like, come on, seriously. So when it comes to Trump, if I'm being a realist, I like some of the things he does. I'm not going to sit here and say that he's the worst president in history, because if you just read any type of history book whatsoever, to say Trump is the worst president, oh my God, you have not done any research. I like some of the things he does, but at the same time, I think a lot of the things that he's doing aren't so great. And that's about the most I can get into, is without doing like a deep dive into like policies and such. The way he's been handling this whole situation, like the whole coronavirus, I think he didn't really treat it as a big deal for the longest time. And because of that, it affected things tremendously. But Trump is just going to do what Trump does. And, if the country wants him to lead for another 4 years, hey, that's what the country wants. You know what I'm saying? The Democrat side of things, they aren't really nominating any candidates that can beat Trump. And the fact that they're running Joe Biden, Trump is going to get another 4 years. Like, whether you like him or whether you hate him, Trump is going to get another 4 years. That's it. Because the fact that they ran Joe Biden, I'm not saying Bernie Sanders would have won. I'm not. But at least have someone who believes something. Whatever. But that's, I know I've already lost subscribers. I pissed off a lot of liberals. I pissed off a lot of conservatives with what I had to say, but whatever. You can't put me in a box. Joy-Con boys for life. That's true. R.I.P. Etika. We miss you, man. Mystic Colors. I'm on chapter 9 of the 7 remake. I hear the ending is whack. I'm not going to discuss the ending because of spoilers. There's some people here who haven't played it, but beat the game and maybe like send me a direct message on Twitter and we can talk about that. Oh yeah, by the way, for those who are wondering, like when I say like DM me on Twitter if you ever need to talk about stuff, I really do mean it. Like I know a lot of subscribers, like bigger YouTubers, kind of have a big head about, I don't really interact with my fans like that unless they do something for me. If y'all need to talk about anything, whether it's a game recommendation, a purchase, or if you got some personal shit in your life you want to talk about, I can't promise that I'll get back to you immediately, but I will get back to you because I know how it feels. Like, we all go through shit. Sometimes we need somebody to talk to, and I think that's important, Shout out to all the people in the chat. Shout out. Okay. MV Dub, I recently unlocked the Platinum Trophy for 7 Remake. Yeah, the Platinum for FF7 Remake is actually very doable, but I'm not really a trophy hunter. I never really was. I got maybe 5 Platinums to my name, and that's it. All right. Shout out to all the people coming through the chat. Shout out. Trevon Beckford, thoughts on calisthenics? I think calisthenics is very great. It's good for the body, especially to test yourself. I think too often when it comes to lifting, a lot of people neglect body weight training to a crazy degree. They just focus on getting stronger in specific lifts. And if you actually train for strength, obviously you're training the entire body. But too many of these bodybuilders, all like, first off, I'm going to shatter people's realities right now. If you look at someone on Instagram and they look too good to be true, they're on steroids. They're on steroids. I'm sorry, I just got to burst the bubble. All of your favorite fitness influencers and YouTubers are on steroids. They're on gear. Those things cannot be achieved naturally. All of them. If they're pimping out supplements and they're pimping out discount codes, 99% of the time they're on steroids. I'm being honest. And if they're not on steroids, they're on some type of low dosage. It's just, I hate people who try to like sell illusions like, oh, download my cookie cutter workout program and you'll be able to look like me, blah, blah, blah. No, the reason why someone can look like you is because you're pumping all this stuff into your system and you're going to die by the time you're 35. Like, when it comes to fitness, I actually take it seriously because I do it for health. Outside of aesthetics are just a byproduct, but so many people out there are just pumping all this shit in their systems because they're so vain, and they try to sell that to impressionable teens to do the same thing. Like, I saw a video of someone, dude is like 13, he's been juicing since he's 13 years old, he's 16, and I'm just like, dude, you're cutting off all your natural testosterone. But, like I said, I ramble, guys, that's what I do. Calisthenics is very good, especially in a situation like now when you don't have access to any type of equipment. It's great to do a lot of like push-ups and pull-ups and just go and get a monkey bar set up at some park. Well, obviously not now because social distancing and, keeping safe and clean. But it's good. I mean, I do have like periods of time where I dedicate a lot of it to calisthenics now more than ever. But it's definitely something I'm going to continue to incorporate into my routine. The Winter Horizon, you still hype for The Last of Us 2? I mean, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I did see the leaks because I did get spoiled and I went down the rabbit hole. I'm seeing a lot of suspect stuff that I'm not gonna repeat on camera because I'm not a douchebag. But I'm gonna give the game a fair shake. It's the game itself, the gameplay is what I am most intrigued about. So that's what matters. Huey Freeman, Tales of Symphonia and Ape Escape are super underrated games. I wouldn't say Tales of Symphonia is really underrated because if you're in the Tales fandom, it's unanimous that Symphonia is a good game. Ape Escape is it underrated though? Because everyone I know, if you know Ape Escape, you know Ape Escape is great. I would say it's just underappreciated to the masses. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know you had a stream series. What the fuck? Well, randomness, to be fair, I don't do it often. Am I going to get the Final Fantasy 15 DLC? No. It's on Xbox Game Pass as the complete set, but that's like 135 gigs. Oh, God. No. I mean, it's not like it'll be a long game. Maybe if somebody... Okay, I'm going to say this. If somebody donates to get me to play that game, I will download it on Game Pass, and I will stream it in its entirety. Chances of hearing an F-bomb dropped in the presidential debates. Yo, that would be fun. Very low. Neo before all the O's. Shut up, Joaquin. What did you think of the Sonic the Hedgehog movie? I thought it was a lot of fun. Going into it, I did have a little bit of a bias because I knew I was going to support it on the basis of they changed the design of Sonic and they made it more like the original character. So I had that bias, but the movie itself was actually pretty decent. It was fine. It wasn't anything to like write home about. There was nothing about the script or the acting or the lines that were very much so like, yo, this is amazing. But it was serviceable for what it was, like a good first movie that was hampered by the production budget. They did a lot, and you could tell that they do care about the character. So I'm excited to see where they go. That after credit scene was freaking dope. And yeah, I'm excited that Sonic is getting proper representation. I just wish the games got representation. What's your favorite video game soundtrack of the generation? When I first started the gen, it was Persona 5. But after playing the Final Fantasy 7 remake, I might have to give it to that. Because there's a lot of tracks in there. Not just like old school tracks, but remixes of tracks that just are incredible, bro. But if I had to think of like an original soundtrack, it's going to have to be Persona 5. Have I played any of the Paper Mario games? Am I excited for the new one? I've played through most of them. I did not touch Color Splash. That was one on the Wii U. Because even my brother, he didn't even want to get that shit. But I've played most of them. My favorite obviously is Thousand Year Door. I think that's the best one. But the games since then have been pretty decent. Unfortunately, I feel like the series has been going downhill. Not necessarily in the sense that, these games are trash, but every single one I feel like is a little bit too streamlined for my liking, But the new one, if it's good, I'm willing to give it a shot. Okay, we got a super chat. We got a super chat from... Let's scroll down. Oh my god, y'all asking so many comments. My god, I love y'all for it. Oh, Dengare Kai 211, another $5 Canadian. By 2024, around there, make a 15th anniversary video or stream. 15th anniversary. Yeah, I mean, technically my first... Well, this channel started in 2009, but I've been on YouTube since 2008. So technically that would be 2023. So I might have to. I missed the 10-year anniversary back in 2018. Well, 2019. I was supposed to, but I didn't. So yeah, maybe we'll shoot for 2023. That's a good idea. Thank you for the super chat donation, man. Okay. We have another super chat that just slipped under my eyes. Slicer141 with the $2 Canadian. Why are you such a goat? Listen, I am a humble child of God. Just the fact that I have you guys here to keep me company and to talk about, like, y'all don't realize this, but YouTube, I think I've said this before in the past, YouTube has literally made me a better person. Like, I don't know if I've said this before, but growing up, I had friends out here in the real world, but they were never really people I clicked with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had people who I enjoy talking about similar interests with, but never people where I can just go like, yo, damn, like this person right here, like I like this person. So going through my middle school years and high school, I didn't feel like an outcast or a loner. I wasn't like a weirdo or something, but I just never felt like I belonged. You know what I'm saying? Like, first things first, like being who I am, someone who loved like anime and video games, it wasn't as cool as it is now. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I was always a person who I liked all that stuff, but the people who were into that sort of thing, they were too into it. Like, they literally let it run their entire lives to the point where they didn't know how to function socially. Likewise, I couldn't really click with the people who weren't into it because to them, I was a bit too into the stuff. So I just went around drifting like, just my own person, minding my own business. That's how it is. I was the tallest kid in class all the time. So everyone's like, yeah, Chris, let's get Chris involved in this or whatever. And I was like, whatever, I don't care. So when I finally got into YouTube, I was, I think, 15 or so when I started making videos. To me, like, that was like my outlet for creativity. That was what I used to really grow as a person, because I don't think I really had a problem speaking to people, but I was always nervous. Like, if I didn't have to say something, I didn't. And when I started recording videos on YouTube, if you can tell, just very early on, like from the beginning, I was just so timid and nervous and, that sort of thing. Because I really didn't talk too much if I didn't have to. So I started doing YouTube videos and I got comments from people. In the beginning, I took all those comments seriously. Like, when you have someone who comes in here and they leave a, like, first, like, can we just talk about the fact that somebody leaves a comment on a video of a 15-year-old saying you're gay? Like, when I was 15, I took that shit seriously. I was just like, that person thinks I'm gay, but I'm not gay. So, like, for me, I took all that stuff seriously at first, but after a while, I started seeing a lot more good comments and a lot of people saying, oh, great video, you know, I love Naruto too. And we started talking a lot in the YouTube direct messages, and I would just show off stuff in my collection, like, you know, hey guys, I just picked up this Naruto game right here, and it's really cool. It's got a great roster of characters, and we would just talk about all that stuff. And to me, that was dope because I finally found people who I can really click with. And, you know, I would add them on Skype and we talk about things. And as the years progressed, like, I just got better and better, you know, just being able to talk to stuff and like talk to stuff. Yeah, I literally spent more time talking to a camera and a microphone than I did actual people in that time. And, you know, I ended up graduating high school, and I realized, like, you know, when I started talking to a lot of people, that I wasn't necessarily bound by location anymore, because I had a lot of people who I gave out like my personal number to, and we would talk about like important life shit that people out here in the real, outside of my family, of course, I never gelled with. And it was just such an eye-opening experience. Like, and I think what really cemented it was when I actually got to meet some of those people in real life who I was talking and chatting with for years. I remember, like, the first time I met someone was my boy Zach. I don't know if he's watching this video right now, but my boy Zach, who I played a lot of Call of Duty World of War Zombies with. Like, we play that thing religiously, man. This is like 2008, 2009. And I found out that he lived in New York City. So, you know, he's about a train ride and a subway away. So I was like, you know, let's meet up. We got together. We got some lunch together at this dope place, and we went back to his crib. We played some games, and then, you know, we went our separate ways. And then the following year, I met a couple more people who I knew online. And then, of course, conventions happened. And, you know, like, I ended up meeting up with one of my best friends. Y'all know him, Dante86. He's now called Tundex. You know, I flew across the country and I got to hang out with him, and it was just so dope. Like, and now he's one of my closest friends. That dude's my brother. And it's not just him. There's so many people that I talk to on the daily. Like, even if it's like just interactions on Instagram and on Twitter and on YouTube comments and stuff like that, y'all have made me a better person, if that makes sense. Like, y'all have become a part of my life, because for the longest time, I just never had anybody out here who really got me and understood me, and like, we could laugh at the same things and we can know that these were all jokes or whatever. So, you know, to answer like the original question, you know, it's just, I don't even remember what the original question was. I'd have to scroll up. Like I said, guys, I'm long-winded. I'm sorry, but it's YouTube and doing all this has made me a better person. You know, it made me a better speaker, and it's just opened up my eyes, and just like so many opportunities that have existed, and getting to meet so many people. It's just, I'm very blessed. I'm very blessed to have all of y'all. Whether you've been subscribed for 10 years or 1 month, or you're just a random just saying, hey, I just tuned into the stream. I don't know who this guy is, but he's got Persona in the background. I think he's all right. Halfway decent. Thank you, because y'all are freaking dope. And, you know, it's great that we have this amazing community of people to keep us going. The comments, oh my God, I'm trying to keep up with them. I think I lost some of them. Jesus, hold on. It's not scrolling back up, guys. It's not scrolling back up. Oh my God. Jesus. Sorry, y'all. I'm gonna try my best. Hold on. Okay. All right, we got Danny D's World. Shout out to the boy Danny. Tell this guy he got to make more videos. Seriously, it's been like 30 years. With the $2 super chat. Hey, how's that autography comic coming? You know, it's actually coming along pretty well, man. I downloaded it. I think I'm making a lot of progress. But just for you, I'll start the first issue tonight. You know, it's just a lot of games going on, man. A lot of games. Okay. Oh God. Jeez. I lost some of the questions, y'all, because y'all are asking so many amazing ones. I gotta see if I can scroll up. Hold on. I gotta see if I can scroll up, y'all. I'm sorry. Like, I know some people are just like, yo, he's taking 20 minutes on each question. Like I said, I'm long-winded. But what? How many people we got watching? We got 123 watching. Yo, shout out to y'all. All right. Let's just blaze through some questions right now. Okay. Rhinosity. I'm working on Persona 5 Royal, trying to get it done before Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Awesome, man. I'm trying to do the same as well. I haven't touched Persona 5 Royal in a month because I think, again, if you guys follow me on Twitter, then you would know all of my daily antics. I lost power and I forgot to save in Persona 5 Royal, so I lost a week's worth of progress, which sucks. But thankfully, it was all just confidant stuff. I can get that back easily, but still, it was enough for me to just stop playing it for a while. And yeah, I know I should have saved, but I'm just so accustomed to auto saving and the Nintendo Switch, you can just put it to sleep mode. Okay. Let's see. Scrolling through some questions. So me and Lucille, what are your thoughts on the Avengers game in your opinion? Do you think it looks worth getting? Like I said, I'm trying to be nice tonight. I'm trying to be nice, but if I'm being 100% honest, that game looks like doo-doo, bro. I don't know how an Avengers game that, first off, the fact that we hadn't seen it for 2 years was a major red flag. 2.5 years out of this freaking, wow. How does an Avengers game have a bad first impression? It should be so easy, but leave it to Square Enix, man. What are your plans for Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition? You got to play it, review it. Yes, I am going to play it, and I am going to review it because it's been first off, I never reviewed the original Xenoblade, which I should have. But I think this would be really cool because there's a lot of people who are interested in Xenoblade, but they don't know if they should play the original because a lot of people play 2, they love 2, but then they realize that 2 is so different than 1. And there are a lot of people who just want to play Xenoblade, but they don't want to get it on like the 3DS. So yeah, I'll definitely do that. Anime Gaming Nerd, longtime fan over here. I picked up and played through Trails of Cold Steel 1 and 2 as I thought they would help kill time until Persona 5 came out. Didn't realize they were part of a larger franchise until I beat Cold Steel 1. Yeah, Trails of Cold Steel canonically is like, what, the 6th game in the series? Guys, this series has been going on for a long-ass time. And the Trails of Cold Steel series is like literally leading up. Okay, it's like the phase 3 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe leading up to Infinity War and Endgame. That's how crazy the story can get. Let's see. Okay, answer Last of Us question. Cup of Water 12. Been thinking about getting into Persona 5. Is it worth spending an extra $40 for the Royal Edition? To be honest, if you have not purchased Persona 5 yet, yes, pick up Persona 5 Royal. Do it, because the amount of quality of life improvements and the extra content is worth way more than the $40 asking price, like the difference between the vanilla and the regular. I didn't realize that at first. I thought that, yeah, they could just make a DLC, but after playing more of it, it's a lot of new content. It's a lot. So get Royal. Am I going to pick up the BioShock collection on Switch? And that was asked by Anthony P. Simard. Again, I'm sorry if I mispronounce some names, y'all. I am only human. I want to pick it up just to see how it'll run, because I love BioShock. And, I owned the first BioShock on PS3, 360, PC, PlayStation 4. So what's one more version? You know what I'm saying? Like, does anybody have that game that they just buy multiple times because they love it so much they don't even care that it's not that different? You know what I'm saying? Like, that was me. Like, I bought BioShock on the 360. I loved it. But I bought it on the PS3 because it had the extra content. Then I got it on the PC because it was like $2. And I got it on the PS4 because it came in the whole collection for like under $40. I think I paid $20. So, yeah, I'm no stranger to that. I you know what? I might get it on the Switch, but if anything, because I have a lot of games to play, I'll wait. Trails of Cold Steel is on the Switch. Yes, it is on the Switch, but, the first 2 aren't. So I didn't want to dive into a story-heavy franchise and get the 3rd game on Switch. I'd rather play Trails of Cold Steel 1 and 2 on the PS4 and then work my way back to the other games. Let's see. Asbel Lance. Of course you would answer a Tails question. That's fair. Symphonia is quite enjoyable and the world is great when it isn't Symphonia 2. Symphonia 2 wasn't the worst thing in the world. Giveaway, please. Honestly, I think I might do a giveaway at some point. I think I might, because y'all have been very generous with this super chat thing tonight. Like, I don't expect this at all. So I think I might do a giveaway. Probably a gift card, because I think that works the best right now for people, especially with the whole coronavirus situation. I mean, like I said, everything I would send out would be sanitized and clean, but I'm not the only one who's touching that. It's going to be other people too. So probably a gift card. Maybe I'll set that up maybe on the next stream. Let's see. Envy Dub. Trails of Cold Steel 3 and 4 are coming to the Switch. Yes, they are, but we need to have 1 and 2 as well. You are very welcome, RJ. Animation Freak 23. Hey, NeoGameSpark. Would you love to do YouTube full time? You know, I've teetered upon doing YouTube full time for the longest, but I just never had the consistency to really sit down and be like, okay, I'm going to do this 100%. Because to me, I feel like if I were to do it, I would sort of get burnt out in a sense, where I would just start throwing up videos for the sake of hitting the YouTube algorithm. So if I were to go to do YouTube full time, I would do it one of two ways. I would either make some type of a show out of it. Like, for example, if I did like some type of a news broadcast where I could do it weekly, and in between that time, I would work on doing like editorial piece videos that are sort of timeless, if that makes sense, where you can literally watch it years down the road. I really wouldn't make like just regular news updates like, oh, hey, this is what Square Enix is doing here. All that stuff I would probably save for the news show, and then I would make all those things in between. But with all this coronavirus thing happening, you know, right now is a great time to get into YouTube. Let's see. Gaming retrospective. If Falcom ever gets the budget to take their games to the next level, Trails will blow up and reach the mainstream. Yes, they will. But honestly, I don't think the budget's really holding them back per se. I know to some people, they just look at that and they're like, oh, it looks like a PS3 game. But, you know, I think it's just a barrier for entry with a story. But it's a really good story. Hookah Laconque. Hi, Neo. I'm a new sub of the past year. Love your content, dude. Keep it up. Thank you, sir. Or madam. Or whatever you choose to identify as. You see, like I said, you can't put me in a box. I say I'm, you know, conservative one here, but then I say whatever you want to be identified as, go for it. Again, no box. Okay, so let's see. Oh, we have some super chats coming in. Let me just check that out. Let's see. All right, so Vulcan Keon, the Persona King, quadruple 9. $2 super chat. Thank you. Best Persona 5 girl. Thoughts on the new Broly? So best Persona 5 girl. All right. In my personal opinion, as far as I'm gonna piss people off. Like, y'all are gonna unsubscribe. Y'all are gonna reverse your super chats. All right. In my personal opinion, the person who I romanced on my first run of Persona 5, I went Futaba. I thought Futaba was pretty cool, you know? And right there, people could be like, are you blah, 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 whatever. You know, I romanced Futaba. You know, and going through this playthrough, I'm thinking of doing Makoto, but if not Makoto, I might do Anne, but if not Anne, I might do Tay. So for me, it's just the cast of women is so strong that I'm just like, ugh, I could go anyway. Thoughts on the new Broly? Do you mean the new Broly movie? Because if you're talking about the new Broly movie, I fucking loved it. It was incredible, and I'm very excited to see where the future brings that. Oh god, Asbel Lant with the $50 super chat. Yo, whoa. Damn, bro. Thank you. So about that Final Fantasy 15 DLC, LMAO and Be Smooth. All right, okay. Asbel Lant donated $50 to get me to play Final Fantasy 15. I gotta play it. He donated $50. I gotta play it. I'm gonna get that downloaded right now. You know what? You donated the $50. You were a man of your word. I'll play it. I will play it. Oh. Okay. Let's see. $20 from Marcus. Hey, what's up, Marcus? What's good, Neo? Been watching since them Uzumaki Chronicle 2's reviews. Why do y'all always bring up that game? Much respect, brother. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. And no, if Quaku's watching, I'm not going to review Uzumaki Chronicles 2. And $2 from Cody. What's good, Cody? Thoughts on the Snyder Cut potentially releasing? I'm in favor for it, if only because everyone will shut up about it. So if that's what's gonna happen, then yes, I'm in favor. Okay. All right. So let's see. $2 from Dingray Kai 211. I'd like to see you do a video stream with Review Tech USA. Well, if you want me to, go ahead and hit him up. I don't think he knows me at all. I mean, I've been watching him since he started doing YouTube videos. So if you really want me to collab with Review Tech USA for a stream, then hit him up on Twitter or something. Go ahead. $5 from SJR5991. Thank you, sir. Or madam, or whatever you identify as. Favorite first-party game for each of the big three of all time? Dude. Of all time? Dude. Okay. That's oh god. All time. So literally, it's your favorite Nintendo game, your favorite PlayStation game, and your favorite Xbox game. Okay. Damn, first party too? It's got to be first party. It can't be like a collaboration second party. Okay. So my favorite Nintendo game. Damn. See, the Nintendo one is harder than Sony. Because there's so many good ones. Ugh. You know what? I'm just Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. I'm sorry. I gotta say it. I know. Xenoblade Chronicles is amazing. Ocarina of Time is amazing. Mario is amazing. But Wind Waker means so much to me. PlayStation. Favorite PlayStation game? This one's a little easier. I spoke too soon. Favorite PlayStation game of all time? Damn, actually, no, this is kind of hard. I would have to say I gotta say it's gotta be God of War 2018. It's gotta be. And for Microsoft, Xbox. Well, I'm tempted to say some rare titles, but those are still, they wouldn't count because they weren't released on Xbox like in their initial wave. I am gonna say oh god, there's two. I'm stuck between two. Does it count if it went to PC? I need a qualifier for that. I need to know. I definitely need to know. But if I had to say my favorite Xbox game, like of everything they've put out, I really liked Ori and the Blind Forest. I know it's very controversial, but Ori was dope. Got me very emotional too. Okay. Okay, alright, okay. To be fair to everybody, because I can't keep doing the super chats, because I know y'all have questions. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take like 5 or 10 questions, then I'm going to do a super chat, and we keep it going. I'm just trying, guys. I'm trying. Okay, we're going to blow through some questions. I know, I'm so behind. See, it refreshed again. Damn it. Okay, we're going to go through some stuff. All right. Damn. Oh, God. I've reached the video where I was talking about Trump question-wise in the chat, and it's like, damn. Do I still have my original copies of Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2? Yes, I do. They're actually down here. Oh, wow, look. Look what I found. That's right, baby. Black Label. They are down here somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. Yes. Okay. Oh, geez. All right. So I'm not sure where the other one is, but I found Kingdom Hearts 2 right here. And as a bonus, because I know the first one's around here somewhere. I don't know. As a bonus, I'm gonna show y'all. Where is this? Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. Ooh, peep that dust. I have the first one's, it's somewhere hidden in this drawer. Okay. Let's scroll down. Have I played Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind? I thought it was better than the actual game, but I thought it was better than the actual game, but it was just okay. Not worth the $40 Canadian. I have not played Remind. I did watch Remind on YouTube, and with the exception of the data battles and all that, it looks like a waste of time. Like, story-wise, getting new stuff out of it, that content should have been in the game. Like, that story content should have been in the game. It literally, like, I was expecting some type of redux, like, final mix, new levels of new story stuff. Nope. But data battle-wise content, it seems pretty solid. Neo, rewatch some of your older videos, especially for your newer subscribers to see your roots. Hashtag baby Neo. I actually did that 5 years ago where I reacted to my Kingdom Hearts 3 video. I did that such a long time ago. Let's see. So we answered Snyder Cut stuff. Yeah, Trump is hilarious. Like, dude, if Trump wasn't our president, his Twitter feed would be the greatest thing of all time. Because the way he be trolling people is the best. I'd be cracking up. He just be saying stuff like Sleepy Joe and what do you say, Hillary? Like the Wicked Witch of the West and Pocahontas. Yo, the dude be cracking up. But then I realized he has access to nukes. Oh. Okay, so let's answer some super chats real quick. $5 from the homie Pierre, the young chef. Yo, favorite YouTuber. Do you have a favorite voice actor in anime or animation? Oh, I have tons, bro. So many. We're not even counting the Japanese side of things. But if I had to list some favorite ones, okay, this is gonna sound strange to some watching, but to others it'll make sense. When it comes to voice actors, to me, it's not necessarily who can change their voice so much and to do different things. To me, it's about their acting. Like, how natural do they sound doing that voice and making it convincing? Because anybody can do impressions. You can hear an impression of somebody and it just be like, oh yeah, that's a great impression. Good job. But can you act in that voice for 4 hours, make it sound believable for a 26 episode plus anime series? You know, that's what matters most of all for me. If you can do impressions, that's best. But to me, acting is paramount. And some people I think are really good actors. James Arnold Taylor is one of my personal favorites. He's the voice of Obi-Wan Kenobi on Star Wars: The Clone Wars. He does Ratchet from Ratchet and Clank. He does Tidus in Final Fantasy. Phenomenal actor. In addition to him, Johnny Young Bosch, Nero from Devil May Cry, Ichigo from Bleach, Lelouch from Code Geass. Great actor. Who else? You know, of course, like a lot of the Funimation staples. Justin Cook was one of the first voice actors where I was just like, yo, that voice is so cool. Like, legitimately so cool. And one thing is what's really dope about Justin Cook doing Yusuke, for those who don't know, Justin Cook was actually in his teens when he voice recorded for Yusuke. I think he was like 19 years old. And it sounded so natural, you know? A lot of the Funimation voice actors I do like, you know, Chris Sabat. I know it's taboo to say, but Vic Mignogna, his role, all of his roles are amazing. Like just everybody, like Lucy Christian, Gray Delisle, like so many people, like Monica Rial. Like there's just a lot of amazing voice actors out there, and I can't narrow it down, you know, because there's just so many. But yeah, let's scroll through another super chat. One more. Oh, hold on. So we got Cody's. Okay, Power Save Sav with the $2 super chat. Who are your top 5 rappers? My top 5 rappers list fluctuates a lot. Okay, from what I'm listening to right now, in terms of like new stuff and then a lot of old stuff. So obviously like Biggie, you know, Biggie is one of my biggest ones, Tupac. I've been listening to a lot of Ludacris lately, which is so funny because they just did the Ludacris thing. Who else? Like he's not traditional, like he's not like mainstream regular rap, but I really do like NF a lot. Who else? Chance the Rapper when he's not putting out like his last album. Let's see, who else? I like Missy Elliott a lot. Who else? You know, like just like a lot of the staples. You know, like it's hard to really pick like a top 5 list that doesn't have at least some of the people who are in rotation. You know, so actually, I'm just gonna go through my music list. Okay. So here we go. Okay, who have I been listening to recently? Okay. Here we go. Who was I listening to? Well, duh, Kendrick Lamar. Duh. Let's see. Kendrick. Outkast. Damn, I was. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I was wondering like why I had a lot of Meek Mill tracks here, but it was from his like I have a workout playlist, so that's why it was like a lot of Meek stuff. Who else was on this? Snoop, DMX. Yeah, so it's all over the place. Okay, so more super chats. Let me get some of them. Hold on. Wait. Okay. Mohammed Farajala again, sorry. With the 159, I'll have to convert that cuz I don't know the particular currency. Hold on. 159 NOK to USD. That is with the $15 super chat. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Been a fan of you since Uncharted 1 review. Love from Norway. What are your thoughts on Last of Us 2? Well, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the support. Well, I answered this earlier. I did see the leaks for The Last of Us Part 2. I stumbled down that rabbit hole because I got spoiled on one thing. It looks very suspicious story-wise. I'm not going to talk why because I don't want to be a dick and spoil it for people. But I'm still going to get the game. I want to play it and experience it for myself as opposed to just like looking at leaks and not knowing the full context. We'll have to see. All right, so let's go back to answering some questions. Rapid round. Bridge Moon Productions, how much do you think the PlayStation 5 will be? Realistically, I would say $500. I would not be surprised if it goes as high as $550. I have a feeling, but I don't think the consoles are going to be like $600. I think if they go $400, they'll really, really be selling it at a loss because unlike last generation, where the consoles were, I don't want to say they were anemic, but they were cheaper to manufacture as opposed to now where they're actually using a lot of cutting edge tech. I think 500 is going to be around the range. If not 500, maybe 450. Let's see. Top 10 games of all time. Well, there's a lot, so I'll just list off some of my favorites. You know, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, as you know. Kingdom Hearts 2. Jak 2. Uncharted 2. Chrono Trigger. Final Fantasy 9, Final Fantasy 6, freaking Devil May Cry 3, like what else? Dino Crisis, Ocarina of Time is gonna be on there. Like I said, it's all over the place. Like listing 10 games that are my top favorites is so hard. I mean, because then where am I gonna put Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2? Like, come on. And of course, SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. Let's see. What's your job outside of YouTube? Well, the career I'm in right now is I work in the airline industry, but that could change within the next year. I might do a whole paradigm shift. But yeah, that's what I do primarily in the airline industry. I also work at a restaurant as a bartender and a server to make some extra cash, you know, to make a nice little nest egg of things. I'm that type of person where if I really want something, I go after it bad. And, you know, I wanted to, you know, really grow my savings for other endeavors. And that's what I did. Let's see. So, let's scroll. How did I create the name NeoGameSpark? Well, the name NeoGameSpark is actually, it has no meaning whatsoever. The name itself literally came from, okay, I needed a backup channel for YouTube. And I wanted something that would like stick long term, like that could be a name that's marketable. So I wanted to call it GameSpark because I was going to make a show called GameSpark that would be kind of like what they did on, you know, G4, like those type of shows. But GameSpark was ironically taken. So I was thinking, what else can I put in front of it? Neo was like new, so Neo GameSpark. That's basically it. I never created a show called GameSpark whatsoever. I just kept this as my backup channel. And when my main channel got deleted, I came over here. And this is before you could change your name on YouTube. So I have that as Neo GameSpark, and I just have people call me Neo or NGS. And that's essentially it. NeoGameSpark has no type of meaning whatsoever. And I don't want to change the name because it's just, I don't know. I've had it for so long, so I'm hesitant, you know? I don't even change my gamer tag like that. I've had the same gamer tag since like 2008. Let's see. Scrolling. Co-shocker, do you remember me, Chris? Remember me? Hey, shout out to Simulcast. What's up, Neo? So what's your favorite fighting or racing game? Keep up the awesome and great spectacular work, man. Stay safe out there. Well, thank you, brother. Same to you. My favorite fighting game. Well, I don't play too many fighting games, as y'all know. I'm not really that deep into it. I really did like Tatsunoko vs. Capcom on the Wii. That was great. Racing game, Crash Team Racing, Diddy Kong Racing, Mario Kart, you know. Why were you gone from YouTube for a very long time? I'm never really gone from YouTube. I wouldn't say I take hiatuses, but I only feel like uploading when I feel like talking about something, if that makes sense. I never really feel inclined to have to make a video. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people out there, they make it their job. Like, oh, I need to talk about that. For me, it's just like, if I get on camera, I want it to be something that I feel like talking about, that I would like to watch, you know? And I'm sorry, I don't mean to sound kind of crass. Like some people saying, can you please talk about this or talk about that? You know, for me, if it's just a one-word answer, you know, like someone says, hey, you know, can you talk about the Final Fantasy 15 DLC? I'll be like, well, I haven't played it. So that's it. Well, now I'm going to play it. Y'all can thank Asbel Lant. For people who are just joining in, Asbel Lant donated $50 to get me to play that DLC. So I got to go play that shit. Does anyone know if I download the Royal Edition on Xbox Game Pass, can I just play the DLC separately, or do I have to play the entire game to get to that point? Let's see. Been rocking since 09. Yo, shout out to you, Soto. Shamrez Khalid. Yo, Neo, hope you're doing good, man. Thank you. Same to you, bro. You can turn on slow mode. I think I'm gonna do that. I normally don't have to, but all of y'all are just being amazing today. Okay. God. And I put on, dang it. Like, are you, someone just said, that's probably, I don't even know. Hold on, let me put on, I'll put top chat back on because, I don't know, there might be some spam here. Someone, who is this? I don't know if this is a real person or spam. Amber Hollis, I can't believe you're donating to this guy for nothing when that money could go to women's shelters. I'm actually shocked right now. What does your donation to the women's shelters look like, Amber? That's all I'm gonna say. Let's see. Also, continue to ask your questions again, y'all, because I just refreshed it and it just went away. I'm sorry. So I'm at the voice actors part where people ask me that question. So I'm scrolling back down. Okay, Levon wants to know iPhone or Android. Well, I mean, to be honest, both are good operating systems. I don't mind either. I've used either throughout the years. And right now, I mean, I've been rocking with Android since 2015. Android did not get good until like 2015, when, you know, they started getting their shit together, and it's gotten so much better since. This is a OnePlus 7 Pro, and I love this thing to death. It's as close to stock Android as you can get versus like Pixel. That I think is closer to stock. But for me right now, what matters in a phone is performance and battery life. That's really all that matters to me right now. I want to make sure that this phone is going to have longevity throughout the years and the performance is still going to be really good. I rode with Samsung products from 2015 up until 2019, and I always had the top of the line Samsung phone, and they would always crap out within like a year and a half, something like that. And I was not a fan of it. I was not a fan of the bloatware, things like that. I mean, I love that they were making it more premium and, you know, all these other bells and whistles. But to me, and I think a lot of people, what matters most is performance, longevity, none of these random shits that they can do. So that's why I love OnePlus, because the performance on these phones, the battery life, the speed, everything. Like, I've had this phone for close to a year now, and it operates just as good as when I bought it a year ago. Of course, it's not high end in the sense that, it doesn't have the top of the line cameras, but it has a decent enough camera. It's a good camera. I can take good photos. But to me, I'll take a better phone that has a great battery life and performance as opposed to one that's just so much more fancy. And this phone right here is so much cheaper by comparison to like the Samsung phones, which are starting at over $1,000. It's just insane. Same thing for iPhone. Like these phones are getting so ridiculous. But yeah, let's see. What does your anime workout playlist look like? Yeah, let's pull this up right now. So I do listen to a lot of music on YouTube, because I do subscribe to YouTube Premium, and you can listen in the background when you close the app. And there's a lot of songs that just are only on YouTube, and they're not on like streaming sites. So right now in my streaming list, I have a lot of JoJo music: Stand Proud, Bloody Stream, Crazy Noisy Bizarre Town, the EDM version, Sono Chido Sarame. I have a lot of English covers from things like Amelie, WEB, Jonathan Young. He's one that's always in my rotation. Let's see. Just regular anime music. I have a lot of Tales intros, like, White Light. I have Karma, Bump of Chicken. A lot of Devil May Cry music. I know that's not anime, but it's close enough. Let's see. Dragon Ball Super intros. Core Pride from Blue Exorcist by Uberworld is one of the most hype songs out there. Like, I'd play it on stream, but we probably get copyrighted. That song right there, if you know that song right there. A lot of Persona music, a lot of Naruto music, a lot of One Punch Man music. Well, I just have the first intro from One Punch Man, the hero. Let's see. Just random music, like a lot of Inuyasha instrumental music. That stuff is pretty hype. Just like random, because for me, when I'm in the gym, I have my PR songs that I play. I have my songs that I play when I'm going through certain sets, like if I'm doing like bodybuilder type movements. And then I have like cardio songs, which are very like low key paced, just like it's pretty universal. It's no like ups or downs and hype and tempo and all that where you have your heart rate pumping. It's just very chill. Like when I do cardio right now, one of the songs I listen to is Summer Wars. The ending of Summer Wars, the movie, the music that plays. Very nice song. It's just really universal across the board, So that's a look into that. Let's see. You need to listen to Star Neo if you like underground hip hop. Okay, I'll keep it in mind. Yeah, a lot of Naruto music for the workouts, especially Silhouette. I love Silhouette. Asbolant with the $5 super chat. Inuyasha sequel, my dude. I'm both hype and scared. Yo, is Rumiko working on that, or is it somebody else and she's just putting her seal of approval? I wonder. But if it has a story to tell, I'm excited. If not, we'll just consider it like GT. Oh, Mohammed Farajala with the $22. I think that's the Norway currency you said, right? Thoughts on Yakuza 7 being turn-based? It's different. It's different. I haven't played it for myself because it's not out here yet. It looks like ridiculous fun, like with the way, just like the fact that you can summon some of these characters from the Yakuza series is just wow. I heard it didn't really do that well in Japan because it's turn-based and it's so different. So we'll have to see. I don't know. I'll be the judge. All right, let's keep scrolling. Again, guys, keep asking your questions because there's just so many. And it's not that they're scrolling fast, but I just have to filter through. The Yu Hakusho is one of the best English dubs of all time. Yes, it does. Hey, what's up, Aaron? How you doing, bro? Do people still hire Vic Mignogna? No, I don't think anyone, unfortunately, will want to work with Vic Mignogna. It's just, even if what they were saying, and I'm not going to get into this, even if what they were saying wasn't true, just the name and the rap, and what people don't realize is that the anime and the voice acting community, at least like this side of things, is very, very small. So everybody knows everybody, and it's not like Hollywood where you can make an allegation against somebody and it's just like, oh, whatever, they can still find work. You know what I'm saying? Anime, it's a lot more tight knit. There's only a handful of studios, so unfortunately, I don't think Vic's really going to be working like that. Let's see. And no, I'm not making this into a kick Vic or I stand with Vic discussion. I'm not really going to do that. But I will talk about Trump and politics. It's just there's too much backstory to get into with the whole Vic Mignogna stuff. So many hip hop recommendations. Thank you all. Thank you. Russ Bell Garcia, Neo, please. I have to know your thoughts on the Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie. I don't think I really did a review on it. I guess this is when I started getting lazy. Amazing Spider-Man 2 as a whole, I liked a lot of things about it. I know that's sacrilegious to say right now. Is it the best well put together movie? No, I don't necessarily think so, because they were too focused on the world building aspect side of things, that a lot of things in terms of a narrative structure, they weren't handled that well. Like, if you're trying to place this as a movie in a grand scheme of a universe where we can see the final vision after everything, then maybe it would have been received better. But as a whole, it was just like way too much stuff in one movie to be handled, and it just did not work out. I think a lot of things in it were cool. Like, it's still the best on-screen representation of Spider-Man in terms of what he can do, his just the character himself, his attitude, his personality. It's still the best. It hasn't been topped. But all the other things surrounding it was just too much too soon. And it sucks, because I was really happy to see. I wanted to see what they were going to continue doing, because I think once they got to the end of that vision, it would have all made sense. But, realistically, when you work in Hollywood, not everything has the luxury of being that type of, like, bigger, grander universe to make sense. Like, usually people get one shot and then that's it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's basically it. I enjoyed a lot of things about it. I didn't hate it like a lot of people and think it's like the worst movie in the world. I'm just like, what? Let's see. Shout out to all the new people coming in. Shout out. Okay. Whew. God, I'm getting kind of winded, y'all. We've been streaming for an hour and a half. Wow. Damn. I'm gonna keep going, though. I'm gonna keep going until. Let's see. What are your thoughts on video game piracy? Piracy as a whole, I do not support. I don't support any type of intellectual property being stolen, because as someone who's a content creator, I know how long it takes to get things done and how much blood, sweat, tears, and years you have to put into it. So just the fact that someone will just be like, no, I'm going to steal this, and they'll wrap it up in some type of noble contract, I don't like that. I really don't. Y'all know I'm very outspoken about supporting the artist with your money, so that way they can keep making more things. That being said, when it comes to things like emulation and preserving games, longevity, long term, if I'm being honest, I can't tell someone don't emulate games that aren't available to purchase out there, like games that they have no intent of doing anything with for years. Like it's one thing if somebody like pirated Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Like, for crying out loud, it's not like Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is out of print, not available to download, things like that. But if it's like a really old school title that maybe the publisher has gone under and there's no way, like, it's not ever going to get a remaster or something like that, how are they going to make money on it? Like, there's no way. Like, the only people who would make money on it would be the people who are selling the games, third parties. And that money doesn't go to the publishers at all. So, for me, it's like this. If it's available legally, support it. Don't download it illegally. Don't try to wrap it up in some type of a noble construct as blah, 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 blah. Support it. If you want it, support it. If it's something that just doesn't exist anymore, I'm not going to tell you, oh, go out there and find the original, like, $300 Super Nintendo cartridge that only 1,300 exists in the world. Like, come on, I'm a realist, Let's see. Fear no hate, bro. You ain't playing that tech demo. Most games will never reach that. Yeah, most games don't ever reach the quality of tech demos. We all know that because they're tech demos. But let's be real about life for a second. A lot of games this generation have reached those heights. Like, if y'all play something like God of War, like, that game is fucking beautiful, And that game is running on a system that's not even, like, high end by comparison to a lot of the stuff out there, Let's see. Am I excited about the new Paper Mario? I am, but I just hope there's a lot of depth to it. Like, I've seen the battle system. It looks cool. Hold on. I need to stretch for a second. God, where did my water go? I thought I had some water. I don't. I'll be right back, y'all. I am parched. Oh my god. Jesus. Okay. Oh man. Oh, I'm sorry about that, y'all. I've been. Okay. Pro tip: if any of y'all are getting into streaming, if you're streaming, never look at the amount of time you've been streaming because all that fatigue, everything will just hit you like a freaking. Wow. Damn. Yeah, so with Paper Mario, I'm excited, but we'll have to see because I was also excited about Mario Tennis Aces, and that kind of let me down too. All right, let's see. All right, Grant with the $10 super chat, thank you, sir. Will you finally check out Boogie Everything for Sale album? Yeah, I hear you talking about Boogie a lot, bro. So I'll add it to my my queue on Google Play. Okay, yeah, all right, we're making progress. At least I hope so, because I'm looking at this. Okay, excited for Tales of Arise. I will be excited when we actually see more about it. When's the next Resident Evil gameplay? Yes, that should be coming soon. I was going to continue it, but I got really absorbed with Final Fantasy. But I do have to continue that, you're right. Let's see. One of my favorite things about NeoGameSpark is whenever I randomly get the feeling that Neo's gonna upload a video, he ends up doing it on the same day. Yeah, I know that's weird. Oh, that's awesome, bro. I appreciate that. Yeah, sometimes I feel like the universe tells me when to upload. That's basically it. And if the universe, like, if I'm making a video and everything feels right about it, like in terms of everything's just working out, I think it's gonna be good. But if there are things that are prohibiting me from making a video in terms of, like, let's say, for example, I don't know, my mouse is not working or something, it's not meant to be. It's just not meant to be. Let's see. Yeah, the price of phones these days are ridiculous, especially for something you're only gonna own for 2 years. Like, I saw you had to put like a $349 down payment on one of the iPhones. I was like, what the hell is the point? Like, nah. Cartoon Network's getting a new president in July. Okay. Opinion on Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics. I love the name. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I'm waiting for Nintendo to actually do like a Wii Sports remaster. Like, does anybody else want that? Like, I miss Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort so freaking much. Nintendo's over here remastering every single game nobody wants, but they won't give us Wii Sports remastered. How dare they? Ultimate Powered 01. Hey, Neo, I've been a fan since you had 4,000 subs. Thank you, sir. Oh, excuse me. Do you meal prep? What are your go-to meals? Well, I try my best to meal prep whenever I can, especially if I have a particular goal. Like, for example, when I'm bulking, I do meal prep a lot because you need to eat a lot of food. And if you're someone who's like 6'4", you need to eat a lot more food than the normal person. So if you're really... if you think that you're eating a lot of food, you're really not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I learned that the hard way. So in order for me to actually get in a lot of those meals, I want to make sure I have at least 2 meals prepped per day that I can easily eat. And then the other 2 meals I'll cook. Because when you're cooking a lot, like if you cook 4 times a day, that's way too much for me because I'm just like, oh my God. So when I'm bulking, I make sure I cook like a lot of meals, and I only cook for a few days at a time because depending on what the food is, it can get stale. So you don't want to do that. When I'm cutting down, since I'm on lower calories, it's a lot easier. And when I cut down, I'm like almost always running a ketogenic diet, a good ketogenic diet, very, very low carb. And that helps me out a lot in terms of losing weight. And just in general, like balancing everything, my hormones, mental clarity and focus, like a lot of stuff. Like I run best when I'm running low carb. When I'm doing a lot of carbs or when I'm doing like some type of sugar and things like that. I mean, it's great in the gym. Like, oh my God, there's nothing that compares to carbohydrates. But when I'm like outside of the gym eating a lot of carbs, especially the older you get, carbs just they even the good carbs, the clean carbs, they're oh it just it's like if I can go low carb and keep it low carb and just keep a baseline, I'm good. But some of my favorite meals, I love a lot of breakfast food. So when I'm on keto, breakfast is my favorite thing because I eat a lot of eggs. I love making omelets with peppers and some onions and some nice black pepper. I'll do some nice organic uncured bacon. What else will I do a lot of? When I'm bulking up, like I'll eat a lot of ground beef, and like one thing I stress, and you don't necessarily have to do this, but I do eat a lot of organic food. I eat a lot of foods that don't have a lot of like bad ingredients or preservatives or things like that, because one thing I've noticed as I've been learning a lot more about nutrition is that a lot of the things that they put into the foods, are not healthy for you at all, and they do affect your hormones and the ability to lose weight and so many things. So I have a rule of thumb, and I've been following this rule for a few years. If I can't pronounce anything that's on the ingredient box, I'm not going to touch it. I'm just not, because it's not going to be good for you. It might be good momentarily, but I'm not going to make it a staple. So I have a lot of clean whole foods. So, I'll eat a lot of organic beef. I'll eat like sweet potatoes. I eat a lot of vegetables. I love eating broccoli. I love eating spinach, for all the vitamins and the minerals that you get from that, like hair growth, nail growth, just clean skin. What else do I like to eat? Oh man, I eat a lot of stuff. I eat a lot of fish, a lot of salmon, a lot of sardines, mackerel, cod. It's good for the brain. I'm really big on like probiotic foods. So, like kefir, yogurt, like just things that help out a lot with digestion, because digestion is very important, especially if you want to lose weight. Just having a good, clean, healthy like gut flora will do wonders. Yeah, a lot of things, a lot of problems can be tied to digestion, unironically. Let's see what else. Yeah, I mean, I'm very simple. Like, I just make a lot of simple meals, Like, I'll have a protein, I'll have a carb, I'll have some vegetables, and that'll be my meal. I don't really go on Instagram and be like chefing it up, like a lot of people do. But yeah, when you do like work out and stuff, you kind of get accustomed to eating a lot of the same meals every couple days. And then you mix it up by adding different seasonings and different styles of cooking it. Instead of broiling something, you're going to grill it and like that. Yeah, I listen to a lot of JoJo music because it's so hype. Like End of the World. Oh my God. How have I been with the pandemic going on? I've been good. I've been great. We actually answered that earlier on in the stream. I'm not going to lie. And this is where, like I said, it's going to get kind of little emotional. But I'm not going to lie, y'all. Like, during this pandemic, I have suffered through some bouts of, like, I don't think it's depression because I don't want to self-diagnose myself with that. But I've had a lot of bouts where I've just not felt myself at all. Like, even things that I love doing, like watching movies or playing games, just could never brought me out of that particular funk. And what I did was I just ended up sleeping a lot to just not feel that way. And it's not like when I feel that way, I resort to like substances like drug abuse or alcohol or anything like that, but it's just a lingering feeling. And I start thinking a lot about everything that's happening in the world because it's a lot to take in. Like, I've never experienced something like this in my entire life. The closest thing I could think of, like something really big that impacted me, was 9/11. But 9/11, I was born in the early 90s, so I was only like 8 years old when it happened. So experience something like this that's happening in the entire world, it was scary, but it didn't really hit me until we were a month or so into this lockdown, because we were all so concerned with just getting ourselves safe and sanitized and all that stuff. And then once all that stuff hit and you realize like this is the new norm, it was just so weird. It was so strange that like the people who I would normally see, like, because if you guys don't know me that well, I'm a very, I wouldn't say outgoing person, but if I really like somebody, I'm just gonna be like, hey, what's up, how you doing? I'll dap them up, I'll give them a hug. Like, I'm that type of person where if I really fucks with you, like, you mean a lot to me, and just the fact that I can't go and do that to the people I run into at like the grocery store or things like that, to me that was just like, whoa. And I always thought that, this is going to be over when I wake up tomorrow and it's going to be back to normal. And the reality set in where it's just like, this is going to be the new normal for a while. It's not going to get back to normal in a week or two, in 2 weeks and all that. We're just going to be like hunky dory. So it was very scary thinking about that. And, I talked to a lot of people about this and they were going through the same thing, and we just realized that we just have to keep ourselves and our spirits strong and just keep doing what we can. Because if you keep watching the news and you keep hearing about like the death toll and all that stuff going up, you're going to make yourself sick. And that's something I had to tell my mom to stop doing. I had to tell her to stop listening to the news all the time. Listen to it maybe once a day, but just don't think about all the good. Think about all the don't think about all the bad. Think about all the good. Think about all the people who are recovering from this, and think about everything happening. Because there's a lot of stuff that you can get depressed over with all this happening, and it's sad because we don't really have that particular time to grieve because we're just so wrapped up in everything happening in the world right now. There's all this talk about, oh, we need to open up right now, and we need to save the economy, and all this nonsense that all the conservatives and the Republicans are saying. And I'm just like, yo, can y'all for once stop using statistics and actually act on emotion? The thing you say, the liberals, this is going to be the death of them because they just act on emotion. It's just like, yo, people are losing their families because of this shit. Lives are being impacted. It's not just the economy that matters, but to a lot of people, that's the be all and end all. And yeah, so I just had to decompress. I had to stay away from all that. Like, I was off social media, and that's one thing I do like about gamers and this hobby that we have, because we don't really talk about this stuff. We deal with it, but we have our outlets where we can just enjoy other stuff. Like I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one here, but this game right here, this game could not have come out at a better time, because this, for a brief moment, be it like 50 hours, 60 hours, however amount of time people have put into it, this game right here was what the world needed to get our minds off of all that stuff and just be happy. That's one thing I love about gaming. It can just do so much for us in our psyche that a lot of people outside really won't understand. So when I see people excited to play Animal Crossing or Doom or the Final Fantasy VII Remake or Persona or Neo 2, like whatever, it's a beautiful feeling. It really is. Okay, let's scroll. Okay, all right. So another 55. Wow, Mohammed, shout out to you, bro. Thank you. Another 55. I gotta find out the name of this. I'm sorry. Hold on. I want to find out the exact name of the currency. Norwegian krona. There we go. Norwegian krona. So Mohammed with the 55 Norwegian krona. Bro, you got me into the keto diet too, and I lost 20 stone. That's awesome. Did I say it right? 20 stone? That's 20 kg? I don't know. But 20 kg, which is like, that's like what, 40, close to 50 pounds? Damn. Shout out to you, bro. All right. Let me see. I'm trying to see if I didn't miss any more super chats. Hold on. Okay, I'm good. I think I am all caught up. All right, I'm all caught up on the super chats. All right. Okay. All right. So we're good now. We're good. Hold on. I got to check one quick thing, my friends. Woo. All right, so we're good to go. Okay, let's get going with this. All right, so let's, oh God, I just said that. There's another super chat. I'm like the only guy in the world who's like, what the hell, all the super chats? I'm kidding, y'all. I'm trying to get through everybody's questions. All right. Oh, shoot, $10 from the homie, amazing JD Jason. Shout out to NGS, being awesome as always. No, shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you for always saving my ass in zombies. Okay. So, let's see if we can try our best to rapid fire stuff. All right. Let's do this. Okay. Okay, we did all this. We did all this. We did all this. Don't know how far this was asked or not, but when do you think Sony will debut the PS5? All rumors are pointing to an early June release, well, unveiling. So we'll have to see, because with the situation right now in the world, anything can change. But I think June, realistically, because if they were going to reveal like the PS5 at, let's say, E3, it would happen in June, but there is no E3. Thoughts on Bleach coming back? Would I check it out? I'll give it a fair shake. I mean, y'all know me. I gave Bleach so many chances. I watched a handful of episodes, like I think a good 80 something. It just, to me, all of its stuff fizzled out very early on, and it just got into an insane situation of, okay, we're going to make Ichiko half hollow, and we're going to make him half of this and half of that, and he's going to get beat by this guy, then he's become super powerful and beat that guy, then he's going to get beat by another guy. It just got ridiculous. Yeah, Hollywood's the same. Look at Johnny Depp. Yeah, Johnny Depp, but the thing about Johnny Depp is Johnny Depp has a lot more clout than Vic Mignogna, so he can fight back, and I think he's still going to be able to work. And the way the court is looking, that situation, he's going to come out on top. But we'll see. What are your thoughts on Persona 5 Royal so far? Playing it gives me a lot of nostalgia since I haven't played the original WoW. Yeah, I'm the same thing, bro. I haven't played Persona 5, like the original, since it came out. I did one playthrough, and that was it, because I had to move on to other games. But Royal, it feels like, dude, Royal came out at such a good time for me in 2017. Even though it's only been 3 years, it's so nostalgic because I had lined up my vacation with Persona 5. So when I ended up playing the game, it just was so cool because I was relaxed. I didn't have to worry about work. All I had to do was just go to the gym, come home, play the game. It was great, dude. And just the music of Persona, there's so many times where I would have it idle in the background and I'd just be like browsing my phone, and it's just so tranquil, I'm a shapeshifter at Poe's Masquerade. Like shit like that, dude. Good times. And I'm getting that same feeling with Royal. It feels great. Let's see. Chris Brown. Hey, Chris. Just watched Shutter Island. Crazy film. Have you seen it? I've been catching up with movies I've not seen in games like Evil Within. Yeah, bro. Shutter Island. Very good movie. And I'm doing the same. I'm trying my best to catch up with everything. So from Jimbo Joe 1234. I like that name. I know you have problems with the Star Wars nowadays, but would you like to see Dave Filoni and maybe even Jon Favreau make an animated series that takes place during and before the sequel trilogy? Well, I don't necessarily have a problem with Star Wars as a brand. I do love Star Wars. I'll always love Star Wars. And I'm not adverse to them coming out with like new content of things like Clone Wars. The final season was good. Mandalorian was great. The movies have just been such a, like, WTF, what is going on, because whether or not you like The Last Jedi with Rian Johnson or not, if this should have been planned from the beginning. It's a 3-arc storyline. 1, 2, 3. 3 movies told over 4 years. And you literally, like, let the director do what he did in that second part, and then you had to shuffle last minute to try to get a salvageable movie. Like, I don't blame Rian Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Like, what he did in Last Jedi? Whatever. But Kathleen Kennedy coming out here, and she's just not vetting these people and not vetting the storylines and just leaving all these makes no sense. But we'll see what happens now that they're not having to do any more stuff with the Skywalker stuff. I don't think that was the problem with it being a Skywalker movie. I just think they didn't plan this well. But I'm excited to see what happens. Like, the Taika Waititi one, I really want to see, because y'all know me, I stan Taika Waititi. He's awesome. And we'll see what happens if more of those TV shows are good. Let's see. Gara Black, the homie. How much Yakuza games spinoffs have you beaten since quarantine? I was tired of beating them all before you. Man. I beat Judgment, right? I beat Judgment. So there's one. And I'm going through Kiwami. I'm going through Kiwami 1 just to finish that up, but I'm slogging through it because, man, I love Yakuza, but some of those early games, bro. Like Kiwami 2. Kiwami 2 is the business. Like, I watched gameplay for that, and Yakuza 2 in general is one of my favorites. But Kiwami, I was about to say Kiwami 3, but I bought the where is it? I have it right here somewhere. But I bought Yakuza the remaster collection for 3, 4, and 5, and I want to play through all those again. So, technically speaking, the only Yakuza game I really have to beat that I haven't touched is Kiwami 2 and Yakuza 6. Because I didn't play Yakuza 6. Even though I beat Yakuza 2, I didn't play Kiwami, and I want to play that. So, there's your answer. Let's see. Have I seen Welcome to the NHK? Yes. Are you a neat? Ludacris is great. Let's see. Oh, we got a super chat. Oh, gosh. All right, super chat. Let's scroll to the super chat from Grant, $10. Damn, stream boss. Play and beat Conker's Bad Fur Day, Banjo-Kazooie, and Banjo-Tooie replay on stream. You missed my $20 super chat. Yo, tell me what it was. Like, message me on Facebook, because if I missed it, I'm trying to scroll back and I can't. Which one was that? That wasn't about the album, right? Just message me on Facebook. You have me on Facebook, so yeah. I might go ahead. Yeah, I'll probably stream them, but those are a lot of games to be playing. But I will stream Conkers because I think that's a great part of the Rare Replay. Okay, Mohammed with the $22 Norwegian krona. Damn, y'all are amazing. Do you think we'll get a Judgment 2? Well, the studio was very adamant about wanting to do a sequel. It just comes down to the timing of things. I would, for one, love for them to do a sequel. I loved Judgment's story so much. A lot of the other things I really didn't care for compared to other Yakuza games, but it was such a strong game. The combat was great. Ugh, and that story, can't get enough. All right. Okay. Let's go. Okay. Keep going. All right. Master Riku, setting the table. I've never played a Persona game. Would you recommend buying the OG Persona 5 on a steep discount? I've seen it as low as $10, or fork over the cash for Royal. So I answered this question earlier before. Honestly, bro, go ahead and get Royal. Do it. You're going to thank yourself in the long run, because if you end up loving Persona 5, you're going to piss yourself to the fact that you can't play all that new content and all the new quality of life features. So when it comes to Persona is one of the few series where I'll always make quality recommendations. There won't really be caveats to them. Like, you'll enjoy this maybe if. Persona 5 Royal, I think you can just go and buy it and not have to worry. Because right now, my record for people who bought Persona 5 and enjoyed it, I'm at 100% right now. I'm at 100%. You know? Like, the amount of people I've recommended the game to ended up coming back and saying, oh my god, I loved it. So, yeah. Okay. Chair, how does it feel being Neo's chair? Well, I've had this chair for way too long. I've had it for like 7 years. You know? I think, well, not 7 years, more like 6 years. I need to upgrade to one of those fancy gamer chairs. If y'all know any good gamer chairs for the cheap, let me know. But yeah, this serves its purpose. It's not good for like long ass streams, but it gets the job done. Am I still a PC guy? If not, what made you stop? The fact that my rig got outdated very quickly. That's the reason why. I always said I was going to build a new PC when The Witcher 3 came out, but I just didn't, you know, and I just played it on my regular rig. And it was not the best experience, but I got it done. And then I just bought the PS4 version because I wanted to play it on my TV. And didn't want to have to always like move because my TV's over here. I didn't want to always have to like move my TV over if I wanted to play on like my game on the big screen. So I was just like, fuck it, I'll get it for consoles. And I just ended up getting all my games on the consoles. And no, I did not just fart right there. I was just moving. But if I did, I'm human. I do want to upgrade my PC right now, but the thing is, the way the parts are looking right, cannot speak, but it has been 2 hours. The parts that I want to upgrade my computer are getting pretty pricey because, you know, they're going out of stock. So I'm thinking of just waiting a few more months. But I have been looking into some of those websites that build the PCs for you, like Exotic PC and all those, and they seem pretty good. A far cry from like the early days when I got a pre-built machine. Let's see. So to answer Jimbo's question about there being more Star Wars, like with Favreau and an animated series, like an in-betweener, I mean, I would like that, but I don't think you're going to get much. I don't think you can really redeem the sequel trilogy, because the difference between the sequel trilogy and the prequels, you know, not counting hindsight whatsoever, the prequels established a lot and it added a lot to the Star Wars lore. The movies themselves might not have been 100% great, but they added a lot to it. What did the sequel trilogy add? Ask yourself that right now. Even if you love the movies, what did they add to the lore? Nothing. Nothing. In fact, they took away from the lore. Right? So I don't think they can really do anything that's going to make you look at the sequel trilogy and be like, damn, man, they redeemed it. They can't, because it didn't have anything there in the first place. You know, they had some interesting things, potential, with some characters like Snoke and Kylo Ren, but I would much rather Favreau and them do their own thing as opposed to try to salvage that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm letting that beard grow out. It's something y'all ain't used to. I'm trying my best. I have to get I have to watch some tips on how to properly grow beards, because I'm just letting it grow. But I know there's people who say like, yeah, you need this type of oils and just make sure you always wash it and all that. Edward Sabir, do you think they'll remaster Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core? I would love for them to do like a full-on remake of that game, but realistically, you know, the way Square Enix does their things, they'd probably go way too all out in that. And with the new type of story they've set with the Final Fantasy VII remake, I don't even know if that story is necessarily going to be 100% canon to their vision. So we'll see. It's a cool game though. Story is amazing. Cannot call it Wii Sports on the Switch. They have to make a new game and call it Me Sports. Hey, do what you gotta do, man. Secure the bag. Have I played the Ace Attorney games? If so, what are your thoughts about them? Yes, I have played damn near every single Ace Attorney game, with the exception of, I think, the last one that came out, and whichever ones they didn't localize. And I love the series. I love the series so much. It's got a couple of, I wouldn't say like misses, but it's got a couple games that aren't just as strong as they should be. Like, for me, the series kind of peaked with the third game, right? The third game, and ironically, that's on the trilogy. Like, everything about it, the writing and all that stuff was so great. Afterwards, it just, I mean, it wasn't that those games were bad, but they just weren't as strong. And then when you get to some of the 3DS games, they just, like, I played them because I'm an Ace Attorney fan, and I'm not going to be like, yo, go out there and get those games. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they'll remaster all of them and put them in a collection, I'll get it. But I'm waiting for like the next Ace Attorney game that brings me back to playing the third one. Oh, and speaking about Ace Attorney, yeah, let me for the culture, where is it? No, seriously, where is it? See, I'm going down the list of all my Switch games. It's somewhere around here. Hold on. Let's see. Knowing my luck, it's all the way at the bottom, y'all. Is that at the bottom? No. That's Dragon Quest. No, it's over there on the other side of the room, of course. It was my physical copy of the Ace Attorney trilogy on Switch that I imported. But yeah, dope series. And if y'all want to play a game that's like, it's very low maintenance, but it's a great game. It's about mysteries and playing in the Japanese court system. It's dope. Am I interested in getting an Xbox Series X? I will be getting an Xbox Series X. Grant, you didn't message me, so I don't. Oh, you did message me. Sorry. So Grant's question from the $20 super chat was for you to play Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie on stream. Yeah, bro, I'll play that. Yeah, I'll play them. I just got to download them. I haven't set a date when I'll play them, but I will definitely play them. I have to play that, and I have to play the Final Fantasy 15 DLC. But I'll stream them. Don't worry. Let's see. Try a vegan diet and lifestyle with your nutritional awareness. Your transition will be easier than most people. I've been vegan for 3 years and pescatarian before that. It's great. That's awesome, bro. But I don't really think I'd go 100% vegan, to be honest. Like, I don't know, man. I love my burgers. Hey, Neo, do you like Galaxies? Are you referring to the Galaxy line of phones? I mean, I've had them. I had the Note for a few years. Then I switched to just the regular Galaxy S series. And if I was going to recommend a phone to people, I would not get just the regular Galaxies. Go for like the Notes or something else, because the regular ones are just ugh. Let's see. Neo videos are always a sign of a great day. Oh, thank you, Avanti. Let's see. Nintendo bring back Arc-Rise Fantasy. Oh, if only. Let's see. Did you think Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth are overlooked and worth the run through for someone who joins mainline Pokemon games? Yes. Honestly, if you really enjoyed Pokemon, get the Cyber Sleuth games because number one, you're getting a game that has an actual story. And you get to experience a system that's similar to Pokemon, but at the same time very different with its evolution tree and the way you go about things. And just in general, it's very like it's a great game if you've exhausted Pokemon. You know, it's not going to be as refined as Pokemon in terms of like all the things and the nuances and the intricacies of the Pokemon system, but in terms of having a great story and having characters that have animations, I think you'll enjoy it. And they're on sale like almost all the time on the Switch, PlayStation, PC. Let's see. Do you think it would be cool if Nintendo brought back the GameCube? Like, do you mean for a classic system, like a GameCube classic? I think it'd be pretty dope, but it depends on the library because the GameCube has a lot of great games, and if Nintendo only puts out like a few, I don't know. Neo, how do I get an Asian waifu like you? I don't have an Asian waifu. I love Kiefer. Yo, Kiefer for life. Yeah, it's great. I noticed a Persona 5 poster behind you. Favorite Phantom Thief, Confidant, Palace. So, if I had to say my favorite Phantom Thief, I really... Okay, it's a tie personally between Yusuke and I love Ryuji. Just because of all the shit he gets into with all the other characters. Like, he's the group's punching bag no matter what. It is just hilarious. So, but Yusuke is just so fucking like obtuse about everything in life. Like that dude is just like I love the dialogue in Persona 5. It's so good. Let's see. I've watched no anime over quarantine. That's odd for me. Really, Aaron? I've been rewatching a lot of anime. Like I'm rewatching Code Geass right now. Okay. Yeah, Fear No Hate. It's just weird being in the house for so long because we have to, you know, not being able to go out. Yeah, physical. Like I just love like just not touching people like I need to touch somebody, but it's just like, you know, like that's just how it is. Like I'll just man, like you don't know how it is, like, yeah, you know. But I did punch my wall when I was a kid, so maybe I loved too much. That's gonna come back to bite me in 10 years. Oh, Neo is canceled. He punched his wall. Wow. This band started One Piece during this quarantine. He said 430 episodes deep. Whoa. That's wild, bro. It's not about how much we lost. It's about what we have left. We're the Avengers. We gotta finish this. All right, I'm making progress, y'all. I'm making progress. Yes. All right. Hey, Neo, are you into retro games or do you prefer games of now? Do you what does that say? Do you also do retro game collections? So in terms of retro games, it's kind of weird because to everyone, their distinction of retro games, it changes at the particular age you are. Like for me, retro games would be things that were around when I was like 1 or 2 years old that I really didn't play much of. So that's going to be like the NES and B4 because my first game console was a Super Nintendo. So to me, those aren't really like retro games. Those are just games I played when I was a kid. Likewise, for people who are like gaming now, who are like 15, to them, the PlayStation 2 might be a retro console because maybe their first console was an Xbox 360 or, you know, an Xbox One. So as a general rule of thumb, I mean, I have a lot of old games that I played on like the N64, PS2, PS1, Super Nintendo, but it doesn't go back before that. Like I have a few NES games, but that was it. but I don't really collect them. Like, build a library like a lot of people do. But it's cool. I love watching a lot of collectors on YouTube. Like, Pete Dorr. He was one of the first ones I watched. Love his content. I still watch Pete Dorr to this day whenever he puts up a video. Like, he just put up a 2-hour video of him unboxing like 50 things. And I started watching it as I was eating my dinner. And I was like, yo, yes. Like, I just love this stuff. Like, just seeing what people buy. And like, he bought like Batman for the Game Boy Color. I was like, yo, this is dope, man. Like, that stuff is so cool. I watch him. I watch Metal Jesus Rocks. I watch Adam Korlick. I watch Happy Console Gamer. Like, there's a lot of people I watch. I don't necessarily collect retro games, but I just love watching other people collect it, and just, it's so strange, But what I will say about retro games, I feel like they were more games than games of today. Like, I feel like a lot more games now are, I wouldn't necessarily say they're shallow by comparison, but I think there was a lot more to those games as opposed to games now. Not across the board, obviously, but, you get what I'm saying. Oh, Mohammed with the final super chat. Shout out to you, bro. This is my last time I have to go to sleep. Keep up the good work, and thank you, bro. Do this more often. Your content helps me through the day. Well, thank you, Mohammed. I think I'm going to make the streams regular. Like, if not twice a week, then maybe once a week. We'll work out a schedule. And I definitely should open up a Discord server, Ronnie. I should. But thank you, Mohammed. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. And thank you to everyone who donated super chats during the stream. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, again, y'all don't have to do that, but I really appreciate it. That's great. And I have some games to play now because of the super chats. Oh. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, I answered some of these questions, so I'm going to skip through it. What are your thoughts on the upcoming Star Wars High Republic stuff? Personally, I'm looking forward to it because it's something new and different. Same here, Jimbo. I just want it to be good. Whether it's a movie or whether it's whatever they do with the High Republic stuff, I just want it to be good, quality storytelling. None of this crazy subversion of expectations. Nah. When do I think things will go back to normal? Well, it depends on what your definition of normal is, because obviously businesses, things like that, they're still going to have the social distancing things in play for many, many months. And like the airline industry and being able to fly a lot of places, it's going to be a while. So I don't have a date. That's why I don't say. It's only when we deem it fit. And for some people, like right now in Florida, they don't care if there's a vaccine or not. They're just going to do what they do. So, yeah. Have I played Horizon Zero Dawn? Yes. It's a good game. It's a good game, comrade. That has nothing to do with Horizon, but yeah. What other turn-based RPGs would you like to be redone with real-time combat? Like exactly like the Final Fantasy VII Remake? Or something like Final Fantasy 15? What do you mean? All this Bleach stuff. Am I excited for Kingdom Hearts Versus 13? Oh god. Playing as Yozora. All I can say is Nomura, he gonna get his Versus 13 whatever way possible. He gonna have to sacrifice. If he had to sacrifice Kingdom Hearts to get Versus 13, he's gonna get Versus 13. Neo, I'm originally from the UK, but I haven't been to my old home in years. What do you think of Rare nowadays? They're not the same Rare. I'll tell you that much. Because most of the people who are at Rare aren't the same people who are at Rare when they in their heyday. With Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition coming out, would you be playing the main game first or the Future Connected? I would be playing the main game and then going into Future Connected, just because I want to re-immerse myself in the universe. Let's see. After Endgame, has the MCU fallen to a state where it's not interesting? I don't think so, because we haven't seen a movie from Phase 4 yet. You know what I'm saying? And we're not really going to see the start of Phase 4 realistically until what? The Eternals? So I don't want to make that judgment. I know a lot of people think that's what's going to happen. And if I do want to play devil's advocate, Endgame was a great way to cap things off. And if it does implode from here, it's whatever. We still have that 10-year period. But I'll just reserve judgment until I start seeing the universe and where it's going. Because what a lot of people don't realize is that the MCU didn't start getting good until the Russo brothers came in with Winter Soldier. Because when Winter Soldier came out, that elevated the entire game. And then you had things like Guardians of the Galaxy come out and a couple of other movies here and there. But, you know, there was some growing pains in the early years of the MCU. Like, Iron Man was amazing, but all the other movies in the first phase were like, you know. I think I answered your question, Zookmaster, about the Resident Evil thing. It's got to come back. Oh, God. Someone had to bring up Uzumaki Chronicles 2. Will you ever review Uzumaki Chronicles 2? I've been waiting a decade and change, Neo. Man, is this what keeps you up at night? Animation Freak, don't mean to get into politics. Well, I brought us into politics with this stream. But did you know Joe Biden created the crime bill to keep African-American men locked up? Yeah, the thing a lot of people don't realize with these candidates is, like, a lot of them have done some skeevy, messed up shit. But their base is not going to tell you that because they operate under the rule of the lesser of two evils. So it doesn't matter that Joe Biden did this terrible thing. We want to elect him because he's better than Trump. Like, that's literally what it is. Unfortunately, and when I see a lot of black people going for Biden, I'm just like, wow. But again, a lot of people don't follow politics like that. They don't follow every single iota of things that happen. They don't, because a lot of them only got interested in this shit in the past couple of years. That's the irony, you know. Oh, Cardcaptor's coming to Netflix in June. Awesome. Have I seen Sabrina on Netflix? I saw the first few episodes. It was good. Oh, you just got Witcher 3 yesterday? Yo, Ronnie, you are in for a treat. I wish I can go back and play Witcher for the first time again. Like, I start up so many playthroughs of Witcher 3 on different consoles just to recapture that feeling, you know? Like, that's how a lot of people play Breath of the Wild. Like, for me, it's just Witcher, man. Like, dude, and that DLC, the Witcher DLC is like some of the best DLC of all time, dude. Yo, dude, oh my god, the villain. Oh my god, the Witcher DLC is amazing. Like, it had some stuff that was better than the main game. Are you gonna be diving into Persona 5 Royal again? Yes, I will eventually. Is Xenoblade 1 better than 2? I mean, I enjoyed 1 more than 2 in terms of story, but I really liked 2 in terms of what you can do in the game. And the combat system in 2, once you master that shit is bananas, bro. Am I a fan of Scooby-Doo? Have I seen Scoop? Yeah, I'll always love Scooby-Doo. I love it, bro. The new movie is garbage. I'll just say that. And the voice is very disrespectful to replace the entire cast. Well, with the exception of Frank Welker. But that's the usual Hollywood shtick. Damn, Judgment burnt you out? Oh, man. Well, that's one thing I loved about Judgment. It was pretty much straight to the point. Like, yo, you can just rush that shit. Okay. What's your favorite Persona? Mine is 4. You know what? Mine is 4, too. And I know that pisses a lot of people off. And I love it because this fan base is so fickle. Because everyone loves a game and then they hate it the next second. My personal favorite is 4. I think the best game is 2. But the game I'd always recommend to people to play is 5. Because everybody has a PlayStation 4. And the series, you can't really, unless you buy a Vita, you can't really play a lot of the Persona games. Because with the Vita, you can play Persona 4 Golden, Persona 2, and you can also play Persona 3 Portable. Granted, Persona 3 Portable is not like the ideal version, but still, you get the gist of it. Am I still getting Yakuza Like a Dragon? Yeah, I mean, I own every Yakuza game, with the exception of Dead Souls. I look at that shit, I was like, nah, fam, this ain't it. Have I played a mainline Shin Megami Tensei game before? What do you think of them? The only ones that please Nocturne's made. Yeah, I played a lot of the SMT games. It's very, very good. Like, if I had to compare it to, like, the closest thing obviously is Persona. I enjoy playing the SMT games more in terms like of the story that exists in a lot of them, and even some of the gameplay aspects. But they are not really RPGs for the faint of heart. Like if you play a lot of the old school SMT games, there is a lot of difficulty attached to it. Even SMT4, I heard a lot of people complain. It's like, oh, it's such a hard game. I can't stand it. I'm just like, no. Play some of the older games. But Nocturne is the shit, bro. They got to remake that. Let's see. I'm waiting on Ease 9 news and hoping to God we get the Crossbell games in the West. Yo, same, bro. Damn, Bob said Yakuza 7 sucks. It's the COVID beard. I'll be making a video on the Xbox experience soon. What features do you hope will be on the PS5? Well, if anything, I just wanted to maintain the status, keep up with what they have on PS4. I hope we don't have to wait years to get those features again. And just whatever new features they decide to include, you know? I'm not really a stickler on backwards compatibility like that, so I don't care if PS3 games or PS2 games or PS1 games are on there. I really don't. I know a lot of people are like, oh, backwards compatibility is the hill to die on, but if you look at the data, Xbox, for all the goodwill they've gained this generation, backwards compatibility, no one's really using that. Am I looking forward to the Avatar The Last Airbender series on Netflix? I have to see it before I make a judgment. Like, I want to, but y'all know how the last one turned out. Would I find a Star Wars KOTOR anthology series cool? If you do, what would you like to see? Well, I would, for one, love KOTOR because I love the story. But if I'm being real about life for a second, I don't think they need to do KOTOR. I think they need to do something new. Like, we can leave KOTOR in its little gap, and we'll always have KOTOR, and we don't have to worry about them ruining it, you know? What is it that gives life its meaning from your perception? Honestly, what gives life meaning is... It's kind of a strange question. But to me, what gives life meaning is finding your purpose. You know, finding they're supposed to do in life, and they get wrapped up in, I need to do all these things before I hit a certain age and blah, blah, blah. And we're really setting ourselves up for failure really early on. You know, like everyone thinks that their entire life is set on, you know, I'll graduate from high school, I'll go to college, or do this, blah, 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 blah. And they never ask themselves thinking like, is that something you really want to do? You know, what is your purpose? Like what drives you? I think to me, that's life, you know, and achieving your purpose, like figuring out what it is, what you're calling in life. And it's something that only you can really answer. Like there will be people that can put you on the right track, but at the end of the day, you're the one who's going to have to make that decision for yourself because it is your life to live. You want to live for yourself. And if it's something that brings you some type of balance where you just feel at peace, then I think that's what makes life worth living. How do you feel about the rumors that Disney's making a live action Kingdom Hearts? Well, if it's reported from We Got This Covered, do not trust it. Will Silent Hill ever return? Yeah, it will come back as a pachinko game. But there's that rumor floating around that they'll potentially make a new Silent Hill. I don't think it's possible because Konami doesn't like money. But we'll see. Like I said, stranger things have happened. Vegan food and Whole Foods expensive. Yeah, the thing is, when you're shopping, don't shop at Whole Foods. Whole Foods is a ripoff and a half. You go to like your local grocery store, look for deals on organic food. You don't have to get everything organic, but you know, a lot of the stuff you should stray away from, just like the overly processed junk. And the older you get, you'll start thanking yourself. Thoughts on Wonder Woman 2? I think it'll be great. I liked the first one good enough. I wasn't really a fan of the third act, but I think it'll be cool. A shout out to you, Richard. Appreciate the love, man. Let's see. Let's scroll. All right. So we got Gamer Blaster with the $5 super chat. I really enjoy your content. They're bloody awesome. Oh, thanks, mate. Good thing you're not one of the overconfident ones. You actually address your fans. Yeah, I try. And guys, I'm sorry if, like I said, I'm going very slow with the questions. You know I'm long-winded and I ramble, But we're going on 2.5 hours now, and I want to get to the bottom of the list of questions. I'm going to try my best, y'all. I am going to try my best. I'm going to crash after this probably, but whew, we're getting there. We got this. We got this. Okay. All right, so we did that. What do I think of WB Montreal or Rocksteady's next game? You think it's one of those studios is making a Batman game or original IP? Yo, WB Montreal has got to be the cheekiest studio out there, because these dudes, they literally be trolling with us like no tomorrow. They be posting all this cryptic shit, and then they ain't be saying stuff. They be like, "Yeah, we just added new people to our studio." Where the fuck is the game? I mean, I think it's gonna be that Batman Court of Owls game they're talking about, but you never know. They could gaslight us. It could be something else. But I think it's Batman. I think what they're doing is they're waiting for. I think they're waiting for an opportunity for them to announce it and then just be like, yo, this game is out in 6 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think they want to really wait multiple years. That's what I think anyway. But at the same time, I have another suspicion that maybe WB Montreal was working on another game and it ended up getting canceled and they had to start a new one. Because look, they put out Origins in what, 2013? That's 7 years. Like, what are they doing in that time? I have a feeling they worked on a project for like 2 years and then it just got scrapped. Let's see. If you were to give a grade for Nintendo in the last decade, what would it be? Well, okay. So if we're talking the last decade, we're going from 2010 to now in 2020, right? So half of this generation, Nintendo was failing pretty bad with the Wii U. Right? The latter half of the generation, they were doing really well with the Switch. So when you average it out, I say they're decent. They've come a long way since the Wii U, but there's still a lot of things they need to improve on. Like, we know this is a fact by now. Their online is terrible. Just the way they do things is very archaic by comparison to the competition. But they put out a lot of good games. I just really hope that they continue that output now that they don't have the 3DS. And I hope that they bring back a lot of their older franchises, because they have so many franchises that are just laying dormant. And I would love for them to, give us more entries. But as a whole, like the past couple of years, Nintendo fans have been in a better position. And that's one thing I'm glad about, because it's good to be excited about games. It really is. And it just sucks that, like, for me, it's like, if you have to make excuses about a game platform and why it doesn't do such and such, I feel like that's taking a lot of fun out of gaming. You know what I'm saying? So they started off the generation on the tail end of the Wii, so they were going down, and then the Wii U came, and they just kept going down and down and down, and then the Switch happened, and then they're going up. So, yeah. You can't stand Ryuji for how dumb he is. Man, leave him alone. Ever try playing the Persona 5 dancing games other than 4? No, I played Dancing All Night, and that was all I really needed out of the series. Yeah, because I just listened to the music for the other games, and I was like, that's it, I'm good. Because that story in Persona 4 Dancing All Night, I know some people like it, but that shit was whack. It was fun. It was tongue-in-cheek. Even the characters knew, like, yo, what the fuck is this? Yes, I've seen almost every piece of Lupin material that we've gotten dubbed. I love Lupin. So good. My little sister has not watched anime in years, but her website shows when she disses the Persona. If anybody disses the Persona 5 dub, what dub are they watching? No. Negative. That dub is one of the best. It's got some of the most believable acting, believable dialogue. Like, y'all need to listen to some of them bad dubs. Any chance we'll get a room tour? Well, a lot of stuff has changed, so maybe. But I just have so much stuff on the floor right here that y'all can see. Like, I have to find space for them. I have to mount a lot of this stuff, like my PlayStation 4 box for Spider-Man PS4 Pro. I have to mount that somewhere on the wall, but I can't mount it on this wall right here because I'm getting a new 4K TV and I need to mount that. And it's just too much shit. It's too much shit. But it's okay. Within the next the next year or so, I'll be moving into a bigger place, so that'll be nice. Where are you at in One Piece? I restarted One Piece during quarantine and I'm on the Impel Down arc. Oh, if we're talking anime wise, I stopped around like, I think like the 600s. And I've just been reading the manga. But I started reading the manga from the beginning. So, I'm taking my time with that. If you had to pick one Nintendo franchise that hasn't already made its way to the Switch, what would you choose and why? Any Nintendo franchise that they've done? Well, I would love another Advance Wars. I really did like that series a lot. Have I played Legend of Dragoon? If so, would you want to remake or remaster? Yes. Love Legend of Dragoon. It's one of the best RPGs. And they've been... I feel like someone out there has been teasing it. I feel like it might happen. Thoughts on 6ix9ine? I mean, what do you mean by thoughts? Do you mean thoughts on the situation happening? Thoughts on his music? As far as his music is concerned, it's whatever. I mean, it's the same shit you hear from anybody else. I don't think he's lyrically talented or anything like that. The whole situation about him doing his thing, I'm kind of a different mindset. Like, like obviously, like people, they say this stuff in their songs. They say they're about their life, blah blah blah, but obviously they're not out in the real. And I'm not gonna fault him for snitching or doing what he did because of all this stuff happening. Because he got stabbed in the back too. So it's whatever. Unfortunately, that's what happens when you get involved in that particular way of living. Damn, Witcher 2? Nice. Nomura is so petty. It's hilarious. That dude. Oh, man. Have I read Berserk? I've read a bit of it. It's really good. Animation. Why I can't get like a good, proper anime is beyond me. Yo, you will not... I might block you for that, saying Captain America 1 was a snooze fest. No disrespect here in this stream. Am I watching anything on Disney Plus? Not necessarily. I mean, I've been going through some old stuff like Proud Family and Recess, and I love Recess. I've been going through a lot of those things. Has Sam Raimi officially been put on director for Doctor Strange 2? Yeah, he has. They finally confirmed it. Yo, Witcher 3 DLC is the shit, bro. Okay. I'm making my way. Will you be willing to show your game library? Yeah, it's similar to the room tour. That's similar to that, so maybe. Am I excited for Bleach coming back? I'll give it a try. I just don't necessarily think Bleach is that good of a series. I think people really watch it for like the scale and the scope, and the fights. Like literally everyone just makes AMVs to those fight scenes. Yeah, Nintendo, the philosophy of Nintendo in my opinion is one step forward, two steps back for a lot of things. So it's like, yeah, we're going to give you good online, but you can't do this and you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So there's always a caveat. You have to put an asterisk with Nintendo things. Okay. We're almost there, y'all. Did we catch up? Hold on, we have a few more. I knew I missed a page of things. Hold on, we're almost there. Do I watch Black Clover? No, I haven't. It's on the list, though. PS5 so soon already? Not really. It's been about 7 years. I think the reason why it doesn't feel as long is because a lot of the good games of this generation didn't start coming out until like 2015, 2016. And then after that, it was just snowballing. But like the first 2 years of the generation were pretty whack. You think of getting a second job once COVID ceases? Well, I had a second job. It's just closed down because all the restaurants were closed. Yes, they do need to port all the old SMT games. RDC World 1 and EDP 445. Who are those? I have no idea. I gotta look those up. RDC World 1. Are those you? Hold on. RDC World 1. Oh, he does like skip videos. I think I've seen him. Hold on. I didn't know this was the name of the channel. Hold on, wait. If this is who I think it is. Yeah, he's the dude who did When People Take Anime Too Far. Yeah. Yeah, that shit was dope. I love that video. That shit is hilarious. And then what's EDP? Yeah, there's a lot of people who like when Vine first came out, I followed a lot of people. And I see a lot of people now through Facebook and some Twitter posts, but I don't really follow the creators that much. But oh wow, look at this guy, EDP445. I jacked off 25,000. What the fuck? Yo, what is this? Wait, he looks familiar. Oh my god, he looks so familiar. Okay, I've seen him around on some memes. Like someone posted PC gamers with one pic, and it was a video of him, and it said, "I flooded the toilet in Chipotle." That's hilarious. Oh my god. What do I think about Death Stranding? I haven't played it, but from what I've heard, it's a very divisive game. It just doesn't look that fun. Thoughts on Unreal Engine 5? It looks great. I'm not really a game developer, so I can't really say how beneficial it'll be to gaming. I'll just play the games when they come out. Do I like indie games? If so, what do you think about them? Yes, in fact, I do. One of my favorite indie games, it's one of the biggest indie games of all time. It's called The Witcher 3. CD Projekt Red is an independent studio. But yeah, if we're talking like the traditional indie games, yeah, they're dope, dude. Some of the like most original ideas in gaming have come out of the indie community, you know. Celeste is one of my personal favorites. Hollow Knight. There's a lot of good stuff, man. Did I 100% Spider-Man PS4? No, I did not. I'm not really into like 100% in games anymore because there's so much stuff to play, and I can't be asked to sit there and trophy grind on one game or find all the collectibles. I just want to play the story of the game, play the DLC for the game, and then that's it, you know? I don't really care about collecting everything and seeing all the little pieces of, you know. That's just me, though. Let's see. Oh god. Okay. We're almost there. Have I seen Outlaw Star? Yes. Quintessential 90s anime. How do I feel about the Switches being resold for double the price? I'm not really a fan of it, but unfortunately that's the scalpers game. That's what they do. They do this all the time. It sucks because a lot of people want to play games right now, and they're just trying to take advantage of it. So, you know, it is what it is, unfortunately. Have I played Persona 4 Arena Ultimax? Do you think they'll ever port it to the PS5 in the West? Or no, that's just... I thought that they came out with a new one. I was like, wait, what? Do you think they'll port Persona 5 Scramble? Yeah, they're talking about doing the localization right now. They're doing the analytics or whatever they're called. What's my opinion on the new president of Cartoon Network? I don't have an opinion because I don't watch Cartoon Network and I don't know who that is. Do I have any advice for people wanting to start YouTube? Well, first off, Ronnie, don't ever slander Winter Soldier. That's my piece of advice to you. No, but in all seriousness, well, the thing is, doing YouTube now is much easier by comparison to when I first started 11 years ago, 12 years ago. Nowadays, your best tool to start a YouTube channel is right here. It's phone. You can get literally 4K video quality out of this. But the important thing is to just do it. Literally, that's it. Just get on camera, get on microphone, whatever you want to do, just go ahead and do it. All of your videos in the beginning are going to suck amazing ass. They are. But you know what? That's how you get better and you grow from it, and you learn all the tools of the trade. You learn how to become your own identity. That's what it is. You don't want to end up like emulating who you see on there. It's perfect to take inspirations and cues from other YouTubers. That's fine. But you want to become your own person and you want to find your own niche, and it's going to take a while. You know, for some people, they don't hit their stride until a few years, and that's fine because that's what it's all about, being a creator, an artiste, if you will. So if you are a person who wants to just talk about video games and that's your hobby, well, you know, the consoles have microphones and you can have gameplay and you can talk about stuff. If you want to be someone who gets on camera, you know, front-facing camera, just sit here and just talk about stuff. If you want to get more into it, obviously, you know, you want to invest in a good editing setup, you know, get some software, get a computer or laptop or whatever. But, you know, even phones now, they have editors on them. You know, it's going to be crude and rudimentary, but it's all about just getting there. It's just getting there, getting into it, and just seeing what sticks. And for a lot of people, YouTube is not their thing, you know? They might end up doing YouTube and they're just like, you know what, this is not for me, it's whatever. But you want to know something else? They end up finding out other ways. Like for some people, they really love editing videos, and maybe they get a little side hustle as an editor or a graphic designer. Or the thing is, you never know where this crazy, twisty world of life will lead you. But the important thing is to give it your all no matter what. Don't get too caught up in purchasing the best quality microphone or the best audio setup or, you know, the best desktop or the best like $1,000 camera. Don't worry about that shit. You know, worry about actually putting out content that you would like to see and you think people would enjoy. And that's it. That's literally it. You're going to have like 0 subscribers. You're going to only have a couple of views, but you just keep on doing it. And then you just find your niche. You find what works best for you. And that's it. What are my thoughts on Horizon Zero Dawn? I answer that. It's a really good game. How is my Tolkien knowledge? Well, I've read the books and I've seen the movies, but that's it. I don't really know every single thing about the lore, if that makes sense. What are your thoughts on trading in, selling your games? Do you keep the ones you like and get rid of the ones you don't? Well, I used to trade in a lot of my games, like last generation. I ended up stopping that because I wasn't getting any money for it. And right now I just really only buy games that I want to play or I get them for a really big deal. So if there's a game that I'm really looking forward to day one, I'm going to pick it up. And that's it. If there's a game I'm moderately looking into, but I don't want to buy day one, I'll wait for it to go on sale. But if there's a game where I just like, I have no interest on it really, it's not on my radar, but if it goes on sale, I'm probably going to get that game digitally. You know, I have a lot of digital games that are like that. Supreme Dreams, that was his name. There we go. Thoughts on Horizon Zero Dawn coming to PC? It's going to be great. People who were shitting on it for years saying, we don't like console exclusives, they're now hyping it up, which I find hilarious. What's my favorite time to work out? If I'm being honest, I love working out first thing in the morning. I love waking up and then within a matter of 2 hours, I'm in the gym. I love it because I get it out of my way and I just feel like I have a great high throughout the day. I don't really work out evenings or afternoons because honestly, I just have so much going on throughout the day that I really kind of have to push myself even harder to get to that point. So I'll always do morning workouts, even if I have to get up a little earlier. What are your thoughts on Parappa the Rapper 3? All I know is Parappa needs to make a comeback. I have not played the Blaster Master games, but everyone keeps recommending them to me. Yes, I'm on the final page. I'm on the final page. I'm making it. Yes. Woo! All right. Thoughts on Cyberpunk and that whole thing? Well, the funny thing about Cyberpunk is I've literally been, I have been very much so avoiding a lot of Cyberpunk. I have not watched any gameplay that wasn't in my face during a conference. I've just been avoiding everything, and I'm going into that game as blind as possible. So I don't even know anything about any type of controversy if that's happening. Like, I don't know nothing. I see nothing. I know nothing. I just play The Witcher 3 and I wait for the next game. What do I think of the PS5 controller? It looks freaking dope. Have I played Star Ocean and Valkyrie Profile? Yes. I've played those series. Yeah, I know Amazing Spider-Man's easy to 100%. You can collect comics and all that, but again, I'd rather move on to another story game than do all that. If it's there in the world, I'll collect it, but I'm not going out of my way. Where could you get a good Switch price for? A good Switch for where could you get a Switch for a good price? Honestly, unless you want to deal with the Lite, you have to keep checking whenever the websites restock the standard model. And it's only every couple of weeks, so you gotta try your best. Wow, you traded in Final Fantasy VII Remake and they said they had too many? Jesus. That game was sold out for a while. Thoughts on Demon Slayer? Have not seen it yet. Have I seen The Midnight Gospel on Netflix? No. Is it best just to wait for the regular Nintendo Switch to restock? Honestly, yeah. I like the Lite. I really do. But for a lot of people, I think they'll get a lot more enjoyment out of the regular Switch. Because you can switch. The Switch Lite is cool. And if you only need to play the games handheld, by all means. But I just like the versatility of playing the games on the TV. What's one positive thing you've experienced while quarantine? Well, getting in touch with a lot of people I normally don't talk to has been really cool. So a lot of friends that, we just get wrapped up in a lot of things happening in the world. We don't really talk as much as we should. So getting able to talk to them a lot has been great. Spending a lot of time with my family has been cool. I don't know what it is about some people, but they end up like going crazy and they end up saying, I hate my family and all this shit. But I'm like, how the fuck do y'all hate your family? You can't stand them? What the hell? But everyone in my house is pretty much cool, man. So, other than that, playing a lot of games has been nice. Interacting with y'all has been great. My resolve has been pretty good. Like, I haven't really been eating like trash. I don't eat like trash in general, but it's been good. I haven't been like craving too much. And, what else? There's a lot of good things. Yeah, like, just in general, like, I already knew this about myself, but I don't give into temptations. So, a lot of people out there saying, I can't stand staying indoors, and I just need to go to the bars and the beaches and all this shit. I'm just like, I'm chilling, fam. Oh God. Of course, y'all start asking questions when I say I'm almost there. Mr. Platnik, will you go out on a date with me? I don't know. I don't know you. Do you think it's possible that Nintendo and Monolith could team up with Bandai? Oh God, Bandai. And Square to remake Xenogears and Xenosaga? If all those companies do is just provide the funding and maybe some manpower, maybe yes. But if those companies start having some say, I'm going to be kind of iffy. I haven't finished up My Hero Season 4 yet. I need to. You are very welcome, Marcus. I appreciate you, man. Are you excited for The Last of Us Part 2? I think I've asked it. This is my third time answering about The Last of Us. Yes, I'm excited for it, and I want to make my own judgment. It does look spooky, though. Let's see. If you're into slice of life anime, you should check out March Comes in Like Lion. These names are so interesting. Nintendo said they solved the manufacturing issues they had earlier, so you should see stock in a few months. Oh, so a few months if you want to wait. Yeah, you can wait for the Switch. Kai or Z? Kai is great music in my opinion. Honestly, okay, if you're watching Dragon Ball Z for the first time, I recommend watching Kai, because Kai, you can just get through everything in the series, and that's it. That being said, Kai is not the perfect adaptation because it has issues with the music, and some of the animation's kind of wonky, but cutting out all the filler, and you actually have a very good and competent English dub, to me, puts it over the original Z. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I cannot sit through 291 episodes of filler. I don't know. As kids, it was okay. But 291 episodes of niggas just powering up and staring and waiting, dog. come on. Like, Kai breezes through that shit. But at the end of the day, I recommend reading the manga. Read the manga. The manga. Most enjoyable Xbox game so far. Well, Ori and the Blind Forest is cool. The Halos are cool. Gears is cool. I'm having a lot of fun with Sunset Overdrive. That was a game I didn't get to play until now, since I didn't have an Xbox One. That's a lot of like mindless fun. Classic Insomniac game. Do you play any instruments? Really like your content, by the way. Keep it up. Oh, thank you. I played clarinet for like 6 months in elementary school. I really wanted to play the saxophone, but they didn't have any need for saxophone players. So they're like, oh, you want to play clarinet? I said, sure, why not? And then it just was so freaking lame. Nothing against clarinet players, but to me, I always thought saxophones were so cool. Saxes and trumpets, those were cool. And it's not like I had any role models growing up who played the clarinet. I had fucking Squidward and his bitch ass. How excited are you to get back into the gym? I am so excited about going back to the gym. I am in no rush to go back to the gym, though, because I'm going to let all the weirdos rush there and get themselves sick. Because there's just no reason in the world to be rushing back to doing everything like we were supposed to. No reason at all. Will I be doing another room tour or Blu-ray update? I need to, but I have to find space for all this stuff that's on the floor. Naruto Clash of Ninja needs to make a comeback. I'll kickstart that. You've been playing a lot of Dot Hack, Digimon, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, nice. Hey, take care, Richard. Thank you for coming to the stream. Vinland Saga I've heard a lot of good things about. I love how two people legit just said at the same time. I need to check that out. I need to check out The Promised Neverland. Yo, there's so much anime. As someone who never went to the gym ever and started putting myself on some gut weight, what are things I can start doing at home to prep myself? Well, the most important thing you can do as far as losing the weight is to rethink your entire diet. So start cleaning it up a bit. Get a lot of the processed food out of your diet. Focus on eating more protein and whole foods, less sugary stuff. That's going to be the most important thing that's going to separate your results from the gym, because the gym, you can work out and lose weight. You're burning calories, but at the end of the day, your diet is what matters. So make sure that you're actually eating really well, really clean. But at the same time, make sure that you are eating, period. Because a lot of people, when they start working out, they lose weight, but they stall because they end up eating too little too soon. You know, weight loss is a gradual thing. A lot of people just put themselves at such a low baseline and think that, oh, I'm going to lose a lot of weight. And then they just have nowhere to go because their body adapts. Like, your body does not want muscle. It doesn't want any of that shit. If it could stay a certain weight, that's the weight it's going to stay at. So I'd much rather have fat on. So if you start yourself so low, like let's say, for example, you're a guy, you start like 1,500 calories a day, which is ridiculous. You're going to lose a lot of weight, but you're going to stall. So you want to start yourself at a healthy amount, a healthy amount of food. And remember, you're working out, so, you're going to be burning a lot of calories. So you want to start eating the clean foods, eat enough of them, basically eat to satiety, like eat to where you feel full, but not stuffed, like, ugh, that's a good baseline. And it's all about instinct, like going with how you feel in your body. Like, you can count calories, you can count macros and all that stuff, but you want to listen to your body and figure out like what its needs are. All these cookie cutter things online, they work to an extent, but again, it's only an extent because they are cookie cutter. Now, in terms of working out, at home, there's not really too much you can do if you don't have equipment, but when it comes to like body weight stuff, you can focus a lot on dynamic stretching. Like, dynamic stretching is actually really good. Like, just getting your joints moving and mobilized. Just look into a lot of those things. Like, look into like making your hips a bit more, like if you sit a lot, making your hips a lot more flexible. So do a lot of those things. You can do a lot of like core training, like ab work. You could also do like push-ups. You can learn how to do a push-up if you've never done one before. And there's a couple other things you can do at home. But yeah, the diet is going to be the biggest thing that you can clean up right now. Maybe, I don't know where you live, but if you can walk around safely, and not have too many people around you, then definitely do that. You can start losing a little bit of weight. And yeah, just take things gradually. Like, don't rush into something. Like, don't rush into jogging on a treadmill. Don't rush into like crash dieting. Don't rush into any of that. Keep it slow and listen to your body. Don't worry about the scale, because the scale is going to be your worst enemy. It's going to say you lose weight one day, then the next day you're going to be up 2 pounds and you're wondering why, and then you're just going to, it's such a mental thing. It's such a mental thing. It's a marathon. It's not a race. You're not going to have to like sprint. You just go. Possibility of a home gym. Been seeing a lot of people lean that way. Yeah, it's true. I don't really want to build a home gym right now. Well, obviously I can't right now because the parts are just so expensive and they're always out of stock right now. It is something I would look into long term, like getting a nice like a nice rack and barbell and set of plates. That's all I would really need, because since I do like to train for strength, there's a lot you can do with just a barbell and some plates. You can do your rows, you can do your overhead presses, your squats, your deadlifts, your bench press. You can do all of the big major compound movements. I'll miss out on like the fluff and pump stuff of like a tricep push down machine, or having all these dumbbell curls, but realistically a barbell will do you a lot of good. So I'll have to look into that once all this is situated. But designing a home gym right now is kind of hard for me because I don't really have the space for it, since the garage is occupied right now. And if I were to build it, it would have to be, I can't do it in the basement right now because we're remodeling it. And then there's really no other place. So I'm kind of shit out of luck until I get like my own house and have that set up. Yeah. But I make it work right now under the quarantine. Like, I have a couple of old dumbbells from high school. I have resistance bands. I have a pull-up bar. So yeah. But yeah, at the end of the day, like, there is only so much you can do working from home. Because eventually, if you want to see a lot of progress and you want to like sculpt your physique, you do need to get out to like a gym or something, or at least have access to some type of weights. But that everybody knows that. Haiku is awesome. Why are you the way that you are? Every time I try to do something fun, you make it not that way. Shout out to the homie George from Off the Bench podcast. If y'all want to talk, if you want to meet someone who's like the biggest damage controller for the any New York sports team, that's the homie George right there. So go check him out. I don't know. I haven't really checked out Yokai Watch. I've seen a lot about it, but I've never really checked it out. Am I looking forward to the second season of Dragon Ball Super? I didn't care much for Dragon Ball Super, to be honest. I liked some arcs, but as a whole, yeah. Exactly. Yeah, you have to make it as part of your life. It's got to be gradual. It has to be a lifestyle change. It can't just be like a fad diet that you see on TV and like all this, like, oh, do this in 30 days. You'll lose all this weight. You're going to fucking rebound. That's why I always tell people, like, make it a part of your life, so that way when you have a cheat meal or something, you're not going to be too off track, because your body is like accustomed to actually losing weight and having a healthy relationship with food. That's the important thing. But again, you realize all this stuff when you start doing it. Like, it took me a long time to figure this shit out, man. Oh, sorry. I start getting a little too, relaxed in the chair. I'm sorry about that, y'all. But yeah, we're getting close. I think we're pretty much at the end of the things right here. I have a few more questions, and I think I got to wrap this up, y'all. What are some of your favorite co-op games? Ooh, my number one co-op game. It's got to be Call of Duty Zombies. Doesn't matter if it's World at War or Black Ops 3. I love zombies so much. It's so good. Oh, this man ordered a modded PS Vita. That's what's up. That's what's up. Vita is dope, man. I love Vita. It was the Switch before the Switch. Alrighty. Let's see. What's up, J Redux? Okay. Thanks so much for the entertainment, Neo. Truly, I haven't been feeling well for about a year, but your content always makes it easier to deal with. Keep it moving. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I really do. You see, that's why I do these videos, man. Like, I really do. Like, it's for all the people out there. It's just, if I can bring some type of enjoyment to somebody in some way, that's all that matters to me. Like, it doesn't matter if I don't have 2 million subscribers. It doesn't matter if I don't like stunt for the gram with my crazy Tesla or something like that. To me, it's just like being able to be a part of somebody's life, even in a small way. It's just like, hey, I liked you unboxing that thing. That looks pretty cool. Or you introduced me to this game. That was dope. Or, you know, I just turned on your stream because I needed a mental break from whatever I was dealing with. Like, shit like that is dope. My favorite JRPG? Woof. Damn it. It's a tie between Final Fantasy 9 and Final Fantasy 6. And Chrono Trigger. Fuck. That's a 3-way tie. Favorite Naruto game? Naruto Gekto Ninja Tyson 4 on the GameCube. So you just gonna ignore Stoop after a long time? No see. Hey, what up, Stoop? Yo, I have not seen this dude in years. Hope you've been well, man. Hope you've been well. Staying safe out there? Yeah. Thoughts on Streets of Rage 4? I downloaded it on Game Pass, so I will be trying it out soon. Yeah, you just made my day with this. Didn't know what I was going to do for the rest of the night. Hey, fear no hate. I appreciate that, brother. That's what it's all about. Just like spending random time. We just kicking it, cooling it with the fam. That's what it is, man. Damn, if I had some alcohol, this shit would have gotten ridiculous. I do have some alcohol over there, but I ain't trying to pass out on the stream. Because people be like, yo, $50, take a shot. I'm like, I got end up on the floor. I saw, okay. Who are some of your favorite male and female dub actors? Oh, I answered this earlier. If we're talking strictly dub, like English dub, that must mean just like anime work, right? Johnny Young Bosch is one of my favorites. Like one of my all-time favorites. I love his work. I like a lot of the Ocean dub crew. Erica Harlacher. I can't pronounce her name. I like her a lot. Mainly a lot of the people who are in Persona, to be honest. Of course, a lot of the Funimation crew, like Chris Sabat, you know, Justin Cook, John Bergmeyer, you know, Laura Bailey, Travis Willingham, Vic Mignogna, ton of people. I saw some of your earlier videos and you look completely different from back then. Times have changed. Yeah, a lot changes in 11 years, man. You know, I mean, I was a late bloomer. I think a lot of people can attest to that. You know, I didn't start really coming into my own until I was in like my early 20s. You know, I started finding my own style and all that. So, yeah. Sorry, I should stay closer to the mic. I apologize, y'all. I have not played that particular visual novel, Asbel. What happened to those monthly podcasts? Well, see, what happened was we all kind of got busy, so we tried our best to get it popping. That's usually how it is. But yeah, I think it's time we wrap this up, y'all. We're coming on 3 hours of the stream. Holy shit, that's been the quickest 3 hours I think I've ever streamed, and like wow, it's gone by quick. Thank you guys so much for coming to this. Like we averaged like 100. I think it was like 100 plus was like the most we had. And even right now, what do we have? Like people in the 70s? Like Jesus Christ, that's insane. Again, y'all rocking with me. I'm rocking with you. You know how it is. Thank you guys for the support all throughout the years. Thank you guys so much for the super chats and everything and going through all that stuff. It was a lot to realize. Like, as you can see, like my cheeks are so freaking sore from all the talking. and smiling and all that. Look at that shit, like, yeah. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. I do have to work on getting a regular schedule for this and Discord and all that stuff. We're definitely gonna look into that. But yeah, I'll follow me on Twitter if y'all haven't already. Twitter.com/NeoGameSpark. That's the best way to keep in touch if I do go live. Like if I ever stream something, that'll be the first place y'all find out. And yeah, I think that's it. I don't really have anything else to pimp out like that. I have some games to be playing because of y'all in the super chats. My God. And yeah, y'all take it easy, stay blessed, wash your hands, cover your face. What else to recommend? Read the manga. I'm always gonna say that. Read the manga. And yeah, I'll hit y'all up later. I need a game to just decompress right now. I think I am gonna play Ori and the Blind Forest again. I need to do that because I want to hype up Ori and I want to hype myself up for Ori and Will of the Wisps. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Stay safe, stay sane, and I'll see you next time.